take a look at it, Sabu. It signifies that for the time being, Cactus Jack is the best tag team wrestler in the world. Well, let's forget about the belt, because the belt really doesn't count for anything, except for the fact that I won it in the city of brotherly love. And that means a lot of pride to me. So when I come to Philadelphia, hey, the people know me real well. Sabu, they know you real well too, but I'm just saying, this isn't a warning, it's a promise. You're going to see a different Cactus Jack.
The Workers Club. I love the name.
Do we want to talk about Huey?
Huey being born, or just in general? Oh, he's the second oldest, or not second oldest, but second
the youngest
son.
one. He's the youngest. So the third son.
And he's the one we found on Instagram.
Problems.
I've met a lot of guys like Huey, and it's okay. They're all right. So, I'm still thinking about that possible interview that won't happen. I don't want to.
You know what's weird?
I've met people like your son. They're okay.
Yeah. Look, I have cousins like his son.
Colette's Instagram.
Yeah.
Did you look at that one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Her being really into grunge music.
Yeah.
To the point that that's her name, and she has that Chris Cornell memorial.
Wow.
I painted for a woman who looked like Colette Foley, and she had a framed 8x10 of Chris Cornell in her living room.
Wow.
Like where family pictures go. Not like a poster.
And this was after he's passed, correct?
This was just a few years ago, yeah. He had been dead.
Okay, yeah.
So I got strong vibes of that woman.
Did the Cornell 8x10 go up after the death, or was up there and then she just like put a candle nearby?
Listen, we asked what the story was.
Oh, you had?
We got more than we bargained for.
What was the story?
She wanted to have sex with him, always knew she was destined to, but when she met him, she was pregnant and it just didn't work out.
That was the roadblock, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think there's any 8x10s of any celebrities that are not wrestling related?
Listen,
in the Foley house?
just because I have that memory, I now think she did.
You think she did? Oh shit!
Although, I mean, I guess she met Mick in '91, but I don't know. He had a couple grunge years in there before there.
I'd be interested if she wanted
got some Babe posters in the garage or something.
Well, he had the one. He had the one playmate of the 20th anniversary or what it was.
Yeah, something little tasteful, but a little kind of.
Yeah, he's just a full-blooded American boy,
Exactly.
Full-blooded, red-blooded. But I'd be curious to hear Colette's dating history prior to Mick.
Mm-hmm.
I'd listen to that. Who'd she? Anybody of note? Anybody?
Some Yankees players. Don Mattingly.
Steve Sachs.
Oh, that's a good one.
You think that Mick would probably bring it up if he's heard somebody? He's bringing it up.
He probably would brag about it.
Yeah.
Do you think he had an insecure conversation about previous partners and
body count?
Or did he even ask? Or did he even ask? I mean, I'm sure
he told her about Rhonda Singh, and she told him about Daryl Strawberry.
He told her about the time somebody's got his name wrong. And I tell you what, reading this book, this section at least, I was kind of missing. It's so light, so lighthearted. Everything's so kind of. And then I had this match, and then I had this match. I have a part where I underlined later where I was like, more of this. I was so enthralled with it when I was younger. I have to imagine it was just this is a you're in a desert, and then this book comes along, and you're like, oh yeah, baby.
Plus, it was harder to look up history back then.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like finding these old matches, so hearing about it's like, I remember that shit. I'd love to see it again.
Well, we didn't have social media where, these performers had that blending of their real personality as well, too, and that wasn't out front or accessible. So, you know what I mean? Like, just these little tidbit stories of, DDP cries a lot and
yes,
is very fun to bully.
Yes. I know. Yeah, I definitely was like, oh, I'm getting something here with this when I was younger. Now I'm reading and I'm like, oh, it's so just like we're so inundated with like too much almost information about everybody that now it kind of comes off kind of like, okay.
Yeah, like the Herb Abrams stuff. Like I remember reading that, like being enthralled and fascinated.
Yes.
Now I'm just like, this is
Mick kind of went it easy on him. I'm like, Mick, did you really not know any details? Yeah. He could have gone in on her too. I mean, what would have been the problem? Who? But
the check's cleared.
Well, Mick also, I feel like, likes everybody to varying degrees. He's never going to bury anybody. Well,
right. Even Flair, he always has to preface it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's placating to Rick's insecurities.
Maybe.
I do think that some of this book was written with, what if this person reads this? So he starts at 11. He's at center stage. He's just joining WCW, correct?
He's not even signed. He's just going.
Oh, he's just going. Okay.
He's still with Continental.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Somebody was like, you should just... Who was it? Shane Douglas said swing by or maybe you can get a gig there.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's gonna face the Steiners though. They do bring him in.
Well, first I have a problem in the first paragraph where Rip Morgan says, "I love your finish." It's not a finish. The elbow off the apron didn't finish anybody. That's all.
I would be like, so you don't watch me. You just heard about this thing and you assume it's the finish.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't have minded a Tony Anthony Cactus Jack tag team.
No, I pictured that in my head. I'm like, there's a certain sort of uneasiness to it. It feels very appealing.
It's like Axl Rotten and Balls Mahoney without the drug addiction.
I like that. Good lord. Let's see. So he's facing the Steiners. It's him and Fargo. He writes here. He knows that because it's the Steiners, he's going to be flying all over the place. He says, "I'd be spending more time in the air than Kay Parker's legs in the Taboo trilogy." Was this really all they thought of me? And I thought, there's a theme in all these books we're reading where the wrestler is very low on the card at certain points. You know, they're just starting out, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a star, god damn it. It's this weird, even Mick, when I read it, I was like, oh shit, Mick even has that self-perception thing where he's like, excuse me? The Steiners? And you're just going to job me out? Have you not seen my independent stuff I just got done with?
Plus, he's not even signed.
Yeah. It's wild. Is that just a star thing? Or you think even Fargo is like, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now?
No.
That seems to be a reoccurring thing with Mick.
That he...
kind of later on, too, when we get to the Mil Mascaras thing, where, very similarly, it's like, just go out there, do the job. This is not...
Yes, he does. He raises a stink.
Know your role a little bit.
So he gets kudos for taking the Steiner line. he begins to talk about like what his thing was. They bring him in. His thing is he's going to turn on his tag opponent or his tag partner at the end of the match. They're going to lose, and then he's going to turn on his partner. And he's talking about helping Fargo to his feet. Once the poor guy was erect, parentheses, no, not that way. I wrote tee-hee. Here's Mick again.
That one really popped me.
They sign him to $1,000 a week, $1,000 a week, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be rich."
Wait, you say $3,000 a week?
$1,000.
Oh, okay, yeah,
$1,000
yeah.
a week. Yeah.
You know what I'm sad as an aside? He doesn't. He was on a pay-per-view in '88. He was on Super Clash 3.
Yeah, we just skipped all over.
Yeah, I mean, that was partnered with Texas, so I guess it's just world-class shit. But I don't know. You felt like that would have been a
events of significance.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to have heard some backstage Vern stories.
Right.
Especially because that's the show where no one got paid. Because Jerry said Vern was going to pay, and Vern said Jerry Jarrett was going to pay, and no one got paid.
That's right.
Oh well. Carry on.
I just realized I didn't underline this, but I do like this. That kind of glance back. Corny's defending Mick Foley to the group that he's talking with people that could hire him or bring him on or whatever the case may be. And Corny jumps in. Kevin, you got to see it. It's the damnedest thing you've ever seen. He comes running down the apron, drops the elbow right on the concrete. Sullivan seemed impressed. You drop an elbow on the concrete, brother? I just have that he says, I will always be proud of the fact that it was Nature Boy who hired me because he has to do that. You know how Ric Flair's shit? Well, he did hire me. So he kind of goes on, and he says that the Bang Bang of Cactus Jack is from the B-52 song Love Shack. It popped in his head for no reason, and so he's cutting this promo, and he said, thinks about bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. And so he says bang, bang. I didn't even know what to do with that when I read it. I was like,
Nothing. It's
I get it like that.
why would that song pop in his head, though?
That's
Come
a fucking
on.
good song, man. That's a fucking,
yeah, that
I don't
song
like
doesn't
it.
get out of your fucking head.
I don't like
whether
that
you
song.
like it or not.
Yeah, no, that definitely come on. It's
Plus, that was when it came out, probably. So you probably fucking heard it everywhere.
Yeah. No, I definitely have very vivid memories of hearing
Far
that
apart
song.
on that with him. What other songs came out that year that he might have? We could look it up. Could we? What year is this?
It's
I'm
probably
doing this.
90.
Does he say? Top hits of 1990.
Nothing compares to you. Step by step, New Kids on the
Okay.
Block. What are you doing with these? You got wrestling gimmicks for these?
Well, yeah. Let's see if so. Then he's going. Maybe he's going.
Wait, hold up. 84 was the
Yeah, 84.
Oh, really? That's when it came out?
yeah. That's way earlier than.
I feel like that song has just always been.
Wait, no, hold on. Maybe I can't read.
I'm sure you.
Sorry, my bad. 89.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I was gonna say, I'm sure Mick would be like, "Well, it has the words bang bang," and I would giggle when I heard this. Let's see. Nothing compares to you. He could be like, "To you."
He could have said ice, ice
Yeah.
instead of bang, bang.
Yeah. Vogue. He could have said been like that. He could have done, what is it? What's Hold On? I can't tell.
Hold On.
Yeah.
How's how Hold On go?
They made a whole movie about it.
Say goodbye.
Bridesmaids. You never saw
Yeah.
Bridesmaids?
Gonna make you cry. Hold on.
This is all clicks and clacks for me. No.
Gus is accurate with the singing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it into
somewhere.
YouTube.
Please.
Hold,
I think you may have just had a joyless childhood when it comes to music.
hold
It's
on.
now
I'm
actually-
I'm on record. I cannot remember
Yeah.
lyrics. I
mean,
can't
you
remember song names.
You got to be an evil person to not like Love Shack.
I might be an evil person then. I don't think about it. I don't like it. Get it out of here.
Wow, I
I'll
don't
never
even
turn it
think
off.
about it.
I'm not listening to it. I don't know any B-52's albums,
I
but I'm
hate
not
this
walking
song.
away if it's on.
Hold on. Yeah, I hate this song. Okay, I have heard that song. Pass.
Like if you're at like a Dave and Buster's and it comes on, you're like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
having an okay time.
I don't like Dave and Buster's. Sorry about that. Let's
Okay.
see. I tried Wellisher's door.
Well, he goes back home and he loses his teeth.
Yep. Oh, that's right. He's talking about getting in this car accident with his buddy, and with a couple buddies, and he's for some reason I just wrote, why bring this up other than maybe that it just happened. I want their versions. I want to know what they feel like or what they remember, because he goes, I can't honestly explain why I didn't try his friend Haggerty's door. He just tried one friend's door to get them out.
Oh fuck! If I was more on top of this, I would have done like the newspapers.com search. There's got to be an article or something.
It'd be easier if we had. Well, it would be right before. You could look at his early WCW matches and find an approximate date. But okay, we quibbled with this in Brett's book. Okay,
Yeah.
where he remembered things that you shouldn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
He knows what his last word was before the accident.
I mean, it has to be.
I got hit by a semi once when I was 20.
Yeah.
And it was dramatic. I
Yeah.
don't remember anything.
Do you have the thing where your mind? Because I was gonna say, I've also had a severe knocking outage with accident, and I remember what I was dreaming about. Do you remember what you dreamed of, like before you came to?
No.
I remember what the guy said when I came to. I remember dreaming about Kindergarten Cop for some reason.
That's nice. Like that's a movie you
Or
see.
something.
That's, you know,
I don't even know, but see, was that me or was that me like filling it in? Because I don't know when did Kindergarten Cop come out. I can't remember, but
90.
I kind of remember the before, but then my mind made me think I missed. I flew off of the bike and missed, and I did not miss, and the guy going, who did you remember? So you don't remember anything, like just you in the hospital?
No, listen, I didn't get hurt.
Oh, you didn't get hurt?
We were driving to Milwaukee. And
You were in
it
the
was
car.
snowing.
Okay.
Yeah. And we did a 360. And a semi came and pushed us 2 miles down the road.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you one thing that happened other than the windows breaking.
You weren't like, and right before the semi hit, I was like,
Nothing.
hey.
Nothing was important before.
Driver from the left-hand side of the road, clearly not paying attention.
Okay. I was going down the street like, wee! down a hill. And then, okay. I see. Yes. Severe, like sudden impact? I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've been in a car that's turned over multiple times, but it was happening so slowly that I was I was like, oh no! I had time to turn to the person and go, we're going to this is happening. Like, get ready, brace yourself. And I put my arm over, like, here we go. Let's see. So he has this really strained. This is Mick Foley. Really, This is as like strained as he can get here. I was in New York, and he's talking about nobody's stopping to help them. Cars are driving by. he remembers, I was in New York, and that the number of potential pricks capable of doing such a thing would probably make Santa Claus's good kid, bad kid list look like the Cliff Notes version of famous Jewish sports stars by comparison.
I thought you were waiting for the one on the next page, which is
Okay,
not a little Mick Foley, it's a lot Mick Foley.
let's see. As it would be,
Well, he's in the hospital.
and he's talking about the urethras
Uh-huh.
and the catheters.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
And I thought to myself, did this really happen? I don't usually know people that are in an accident and the hospital's like, first thing we got to do, you're a catheter. Get it out. Let's go. And they're screaming and going, no, why? But
do you think he started with the thought of like, I got to make a dick joke, and then like creatively work backwards to?
yeah, I guess. I mean, I was like,
Put up a
why put this
punchline.
in? Or maybe they were. Why would they put a catheter in? I'm gonna Google that too now. Why would you put a catheter in a car accident?
Unless like you were like
When-
immediately.
Well, he
having
was
to go into-
unconscious.
Used in the.
This guy.
That's true. If they're both unconscious, one of the catheters used in the emergency room. That's what we put in. When patients cannot urinate, to monitor urine output, or for patient comfort. Okay. Drain the bladder, perform tests.
Well, you'd have to if someone's unconscious, right? Because otherwise they could just go.
Yeah, when I had my hospitalization.
Did you get a cat?
Yeah, I did.
Oof.
And that was requested on your part.
For my comfort, yes.
Goddamn.
No, I was unconscious, so.
So you didn't wake up and go, nobody loves this poor little guy like Mick.
No, yeah.
Why
It
didn't
was-
anybody love him?
I did not, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, he wants to save his teeth. Yeah. Kevin Sullivan wants him to bring a book to tapings. He brings the book, I Am in Urgent Need of Advice.
It's a good book.
I wrote Ric Flair's Mindset. I don't know why.
Oh, because he asked, do you really ever see Cactus Jack wrestling for the World's Heavyweight Championship? In this closed-door board meeting that Mick Foley had his cup up to the wall to
Oh,
listen
God.
to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Cornette was stooging him information, probably.
Well, yeah, but then, yeah, he's kind of like, because he's writing in hindsight, being Mick Foley, but then, like, of course Rick would say that.
Cornette's
Why
also
would you
has
not
an
say
agenda
that?
he's also trying to placate and run as well. But also, Rick was right, even if he did say that. Like,
Yeah, who
what
is
if
Mick Foley at that point?
Yeah, that's true.
he bumps well. That's
I mean, if you're Rick
he
and you're
takes that Steiner
picturing,
line really well.
yeah, you're picturing
That
Starcade,
Australian guy really likes the finish.
that new young kid that just lost his front teeth.
It looks like shit.
Me, and it's me, and we're in Greensboro, and he looks like shit.
Going 60 minutes.
Keeps hanging outside of Stan Lane's hotel room.
Dude. Yeah, waiting to see. Mick is just like loitering in the hallway. I'm telling you, I bet Mick Foley, they do Ric Flair Mick Foley main event at that stage of his career. He's killing himself in the ring. He's like dropping himself on his head on the cement outside. He's like taking a pile driver from the top rope to prove to Rick that he belongs.
Yeah.
Now I wish that he would have main evented. Let's see. I don't have anything until
No, not other than
he
his.
calls Mascaris a used up loser.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Yeah, he calls Mil Mascaris a used up loser.
I was just so annoyed by his entitlement. Like, clearly he's brought in to move tickets. Like, this is a very well proven, like, business strategy that has been going on for, several decades at this point. Like, no one's expecting you to have this masterclass match. Like, literally, go out there, just do the job as like a,
You're
gringo bad guy, and just
Yeah.
do what you're paid to do, man. Like,
You're right.
I
He
know
should have
it.
had fun with it. He should have just bumped his fucking ass off and
right, just
enjoyed it.
He's like, I can't believe this guy who doesn't think anything of me is being so uncooperative.
You see, at the time, 99, I think my brain and probably other people's brains were, Mick Foley's a fucking champ, biggest thing.
Yeah.
And then you read this, you're like, yeah, Foley, I'm with you. Fuck Mascaras.
Yeah.
But then now it's like I have the benefit of being like, no, he wasn't fucking shit.
being,
at the time.
yeah, exactly, like being an adult. Like,
Yeah.
Well, then Jericho goes in on him on his book too. That's all where he has everybody. I guess has a. Didn't Brett have a problem with Mill? I can't remember. I feel like something.
He may have.
Everybody
I'm
had a
sure the
problem.
guy's a piece of shit, but he makes money. Like,
That's always the trouble. That's the trouble with a lot of these guys that end up writing these books is that the guys that made money, they're always looking at them and going, well, how, why? That's not deserved. Ugh,
but being
what
the
a
piece
prick.
of shit is also probably what's helping him make the money. Like, that's
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry, that just
no. Mick Foley
I
was
just remember that same experience Larry had, where he's like reading it at the time, like, yeah, that's right, Mick. Like, how dare they like make you work with
man.
this, bum?
I was so on Mick's side during all this whole. I mean, how could you not be at that time?
You're like, yeah, why don't you take the backbreaker, Mel?
He took it poorly. God damn him.
In the
He's really-
97 Rumble, Mil Mascaras takes a belly-to-belly suplex and does not leave his feet.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Why would you? He's at the Royal Rumble. Like, he's always getting paid for doing the same shtick.
Yep.
So yes, we now okay. So Jim Barnett tells him that he's going to be making $1,500 a week, and there is a typo where he spells Barnett's name correctly, and then he spells it with an E at the end.
Good call.
My thing there. And the most he goes in, he's not like Brett, who's going to be like, this guy was hysterical. He'd see a boy in the hallway, and his arms would start flailing about. Brett really lets you know this guy's a gay. All Mick says is Barnett said in a voice that couldn't be considered gruff.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are very happy with your efforts here, and we decided that we're going to start paying you $1,500 a week. Thank you, Mr. Barnett. No, thank you, my boy. So he's traveling with Jim Cornette and his Midnight Express, and he's there with sweet Stan Lane and beautiful Bobby Eaton. And Stan was what was like the ultimate bachelor.
Hey.
Yeah.
Might have worked
yeah.
a congresswoman.
That's
Just
true.
Google Stan Lane and just bask in it. Yeah.
Why
He's
didn't
what
you say-
passes for attractive in Alabama and Florida.
But I like just put Stan was the ultimate bachelor. He was a handsome guy for that era and that in that region that we would make the loops in. Yes, he claims that did you realize that everything I said Ben Pillar, did Brett have a Stan Lane thing? I feel like every book has had a Stan Lane
Character.
that or at least
or
Stan Lane
specifically
himself.
about Stan
Yeah.
Lane. Oh. Every book. What book?
I don't know.
Okay, Stan Lane might have been in Pellers. Okay.
At least
Is that what
somebody
you're
like
saying?
it. No, outside
We'd have to go back and look at Pellers' weird renamings.
I feel like Larry Nelson had Stan Lane, and I feel like Bret Hart had a Stan Lane. Maybe not.
I don't think they crossed paths. Well, he would have been an announcer in '94. But yeah,
Maybe not. Brett was too busy doing his Stan Lane routine.
he didn't watch other promotions.
That's true. Well, Stan's going down the hallway carrying 10 jumbo-sized bottles of baby oil. And Mick Foley's just working out what's going on in that room, and he likes it. So he says, is this a bit? This is a joke, right? I hope it is. He put a drinking glass pressed to my ear and held against the wall, usually told the tale rather explicitly. So he's at Stan Lane's door. Hearing, I don't know.
Or he's got the room next to him.
Says held against the wall. Yeah, okay. So yep, he's Mick's always making sure that he gets the room next to Stan so he can get that glass out. It's the same glass. He carries it town to town, and it's his listening glass. And what's he here? Just sloshing about with all that baby oil? 10 jumbo bottles.
I know. What are you doing with that? Where are we going? What parts of the body?
I think if he said 4, you'd picture Stan Lane just casually carrying 4, 2 in each hand. 10. He wanted 10 because he's got both. He's cradling them like.
It is better for the humor.
Yes. My God. Let's see. So then he talks about beautiful Bobby. They see a homeless person. Foley takes a Al Snow shot. Hi, Mr. Snow. Just kidding, Al. And just said,
Bobby was he bought the bum a fucking bottle of wine and a new shirt.
Yeah. And
the only Bobby Eaton story I've heard like this, I haven't heard this, is that he would collect shampoos and hygiene stuff from hotels, and he had a giant bag of it, and he would loan it to you if you ever needed it. So he was the guy to see.
So he was like the road
really
mom.
Yeah. That's really pleasant. Any shampoo bottles.
Okay. So here we go.
Yeah.
He gets into it with. He has a match. He goes to the back. Ric Flair's back there. He blames this exchange on Ric Flair having just resigned as Booker. And he's
Mick is up in his fucking balls like every 5 minutes with like conversations about his utilization. He's just done.
Flair says, "What the hell are you doing out there?" I didn't know what to say. Hell, I didn't even know what the question meant. So he says to Flair, "I don't know what that question meant." So he says, and I told Flair so. I mean, you do all that shit, and just because those two, and he points to the TV monitor, the commentators, Ross and Cornette, put you over, you think you're over? Don't you understand? No one cares about you. I was floored.
Is this the Iron Claw with Flair?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. Am I better or worse?
It's about the same.
Yeah. Whee! He said.
I thought that's what Hacksaw Jim Duggan says.
Oh, yeah. Jim Duggan. Woo! Yes, the Jim Duggan cry out of woo! All I could do was stare blindly as the Nature Boy continues. So Mick Foley's just staring at him as he gets reamed.
I could
You'll
see
be in a wheelchair by the time you're 30. He scoffed. So then that would have been like a Ric Flair, like, "Jeez, you'll be in a wheelchair by the time you're 30. He scoffed. Followed up with another bit of sentiment. And nobody's going to care.
It's so good.
So then
did he really pause in between those two thoughts, do you think? Or is that just Mick punching it up?
I think it's him punching it up. I think Ric Flair was just on a tangent, and Mick just was nodding along, going, So then Mick reveals he's been stewing about this one conversation for the rest of his life.
So much so that he scheduled a special sit-down interview with the Observer on the eve of his 30th birthday.
Yep. Which the Wrestling Observer called one of the greatest ever in wrestling. Does anybody remember one of the greatest Dave Meltzer interviews of all time?
I don't remember him doing interviews. We got to find that fucking Observer. I'm gonna put it on the list.
I mean, Gus and I have listened to him interview Foley.
Oh, audio. Okay.
I mean,
Well, yes, I know. I'm sure it was in print, but yeah,
that was only bullying Dave, and that was just man.
I'd be curious to find this what he's talking about interview, or maybe he just talked to Dave.
It's got to be in the Observer because it was his 96. If it's on his 30th birthday.
I'm going to see if I can find it. Guys,
hang on, let me find his birthday.
Cactus Jack. Oh yeah, that would have been okay. Yeah,
actually 95. May of 95.
Now I get to do the pleasant experience of logging in.
It should be in the headline,
Observer.
You would think, right? Like Mick Foley interview or Cactus Jack.
Subscriber login. Yes, it's me. Log in. Now hit back.
So while we're doing that, I had this weird kind of thought path I was going down. Imagine all those nights, cities, miles, like family, just a trail of destruction that Ric Flair's life has been. And then seeing a guy like Mick Foley, hunch walking in the back of your office.
Yeah.
That, of course, you're going to say, do you really see him wrestling for the world title?
Yeah. Not only that, but I'm sure he's picking up the vibe of Cactus Jack, thinking that he's a grasper. He's trying to get up the ladder. He wants a push, right? So he's spilling out on the cement. You're watching this guy who, in your mind, probably looks like shit, and he's just slabbing himself out on the concrete every night. And then you're pissed off one night, and he comes back, and you're just like both barrels, like, "Hey, buddy, guess what? What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck do you want my spot?"
Like, you don't come party with the boys, and then I'm fucking back at it, 5:30, hitting that treadmill.
It says something that he must not have hung out with Ric Flair much, because we would have heard about Ric Flair's pee-pee by now.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know we hear about Two Cold Scorpios. I do remember that.
Yep, that's in there.
You do, yeah.
Ric Flair, he's almost got a Bret Hart-like mind for watching the penises in the locker room and filing them away.
Mick Foley, not Ric Flair.
Yeah, Mick Foley. Yeah, Bret Hart and Mick Foley have like...
You said Ric Flair.
Sorry, they have like a...
Flair keeping notes.
I don't think Ric Flair... I don't even think Ric Flair sees... Well, I know he sees genitals, but he doesn't really... Do you think he's the guy that comments? You think he's got to look at Paul Levesque and go, "Hey, brother"?
And it's just like Harley's.
Harley's was the best.
I mean, if there's somebody that knows the answer to how big is Batista's dick.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if Bret would have been in the locker room, he would have drawn it, and we would all know. But
10 of them.
That's son of them. And Paul's getting each one of them. May 20. I got May 29th, May 22nd, May 15th, May 8th.
You tab all of them and search Cactus.
All right, open new tab. Let's see. Slamboree, best match, 95. Arn Anderson versus Alex Wright, 46 votes.
Wow,
it was a good fucking match.
It's a bad show, though. I mean,
worst match, Wahoo McDaniel versus Dick Murdoch. 24 votes. Hawk versus Mang, 20. Kevin Sullivan versus Man with No Name, 15.
That's a bad gimmick.
Is Arn versus Alex Wright a good match?
Fuck yeah. No, they had some...
I don't remember seeing that one.
Now that kind of put
I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's made
right on the map.
Now, remember,
I was high on Alex Wright.
remember, Cactus Jack is riding high on the Observer because they called him the best independent working, the best no-name independent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one is just he's only coming up in reports. What's this? Oh, okay, that was the 22nd. Let's see here. Cactus Jack. More Cactus Jack and Ron Simmons. The Steiners beat Cactus Jack and Ron Simmons.
Hey, it's oh no, never mind. Okay, I did a Google search. Keep going.
He's wrestling in ECW at this time as well. He doesn't really talk about that. Or at 95, I guess he wasn't wrestling WCW.
No, we're reading this. We're reading this wrong.
I'm in the future.
No.
Oh,
You're reading his comment wrong.
What is it?
It says, I felt so strongly about it, I did an interview on the subject on the eve of my 30th birthday, comma, which the Observer called one of the greatest ever. It was an ECW promo.
Oh.
We're just dumb guys. And
once again, that strikes. It's approached my 30th birthday. Yeah. Let's see.
Although I will listen to that one later.
Dolly Anderson Meltzer? Or just a promo? Because we're going to get Ole.
Oh, yeah.
You should also listen to Ole Anderson Meltzer if you haven't.
Oh, I listened at the time, buddy.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's you gotta go back to it at least once in a calendar year.
That was my era.
I'm sorry. I never rewatched a promo or an interview, Larry.
No, that was my era though of Observer. I would listen every fucking Sunday night. So,
Ole Anderson was a wrestling traditionalist who hadn't shown a whole lot of enthusiasm for my character or my style since I met him. He continuously teased me, usually about my ass, and even compared it to the Maguire twins, which was a little ridiculous because the twins weighed over 600 pounds each. Well, yeah, Mick, he's exaggerating.
In his fucking suspenders and
I could see him having a laugh, like looking at fucking Wahoo and being like, "Look at this guy's ass."
the Maguire twins.
Blackjack Mulligan's back there.
He's standing in the
Magnum
back
TA
there of a coliseum or a convention center. And he's going, "Is that the Maguire twins there, or is that Mick Foley's ass?"
Just like us.
Now that I think of it, for such a tough guy, Ole sure did spend a lot of time talking about my ass.
He's gay.
So,
that's what he. Yeah, so that's what I wrote.
You know, Ole got to him that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poor Mick. So he's gonna talk with Ole. And Ole's saying, what's he saying?
He's got a good point. And Mick even says
it
was good up until the second part.
Yes. Ole has and Mick says he later finds out this is something Ole would talk about a lot with people, is that essentially there's a guy and he sees atrocity after atrocity and it weakens, his shock is weakened each time. And so he's basically saying, why are you killing yourself? Because after a while everyone's just going to be numb to it, even if you escalate it, like...
Yeah.
So could I put on my corporate Gus hat real quick?
Yeah.
If you're someone like Ole, like, you're paying someone, a set amount per week, $1,500 per week.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're being told you don't need to be going out there killing yourself, throwing your body around, hurting, people. Like, I feel like there's a disconnect sometimes between the feedback others are trying to communicate to him
Yeah.
and his perception of that feedback is.
He's probably thinking too. So far, the only thing, this is also I think a Mick thing. The only thing getting him over right now is when he tries to kill himself, and so he just keeps leaning into that. I don't know. I'm curious when he was like first learning and he's doing all that. I'm sure he's just working regular matches, and then what? He just was like he was the only guy that was like willing. He's like, yeah, I'm the guy that's willing to do that, and people are gonna pay to see me hurt myself. Why? I mean, that could be anybody. Why is it Mick that's like? Why is it him? Because he can just skid across the cement in just a nice kind of way,
Or he
like a
just has no
rock across it.
confidence in his ability. No,
Which, when I think
'Cause
about it,
he-
I never was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, Mick's wrestling." I was waiting for the bumps, and I love Mick Foley, but I was never like, "Oh, that swinging neck breaker of his is so good."
but I like his stuff. Non-ironically, his straight
It's
stuff.
good. He's
Yeah.
a good bro. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, if you were to list like Steve Austin's a better wrestler,
I want to see that fucking Steamboat Cactus Jack match that they did on a house show.
Yeah. What does that look like?
Yeah.
Is he just flying all over the place for
Mick is gassed 8 minutes in, and he's fine.
a Foley move? Is definitely get the guy in the corner and kind of just
Yeah.
pummel a prone man for a bit, and then kind of do some sliding knees or some elbows. You didn't really have. I'm trying to even think of like Mick Foley's top 5
Good pile
grappling
driver.
moves. Pile driver,
grappling.
yeah, that's a good
Yes,
move.
swinging neck
Neck
breaker.
breaker.
Elbow drop.
I'm trying to. Did he hook anybody with? Did he ever do a snap suplex in his life? Did he ever do?
God, I can't picture it.
Did he
I
ever?
don't know.
He's doing a scoop slam for sure. Just gets people in place, right?
This kind of leads into an observation. I was trying to find some like great Foley matches that were straight matches from his WCW run, or just his pay-per-view matches. Maybe is what I was looking for. They don't even put him on pay-per-views that much, other than the Vader match in October and the 2 tag matches against the Nasties we all know and love.
Yeah.
And there's the 92 Sting match. But then there's like 2 years where he doesn't do jack shit on pay-per-view. Like he doesn't get
He's
any
got a
good.
fucking attitude about the Mil Mascaras match.
It's weird though. It's just, yeah, he's not used much.
Well, it's probably because Oli was there.
Well, but this is the first
no,
run.
I
I'm talking
know.
the second run.
Yeah, the first run. I mean, who was his only backer? Colonel Parker. Which did we talk about this, or did I bring this up last time?
He got
About the
into
Parker?
the. What about the Parkers? They both have
He was
huge
like
dicks.
one. Well, no, but he was like one brother was unsuccessful, and one. And
Oh,
then,
that's what you're
and
talking
one,
about.
And one is. They both were. They both were doing the to go into the territories. Wasn't that them that would
No, Ron
buy-
Parker. Ron Parker is more successful.
Yeah, but weren't they both involved in buying territories? Or they had a territory, they'd sell the territory, the guy, it would fail, then they'd buy it back for cheap, and then just kind of
They
go
were
around
shorting
doing
them?
the... Yeah, they're basically finding money marks, and then they do the... I swear I heard this once.
I've never heard that.
Well, we don't have the
I
time
think
to
maybe
research
people
it.
just assume that, and really the baseline is just that Ron didn't work after a certain time, and Rob did.
Yeah, and who's
I'm
to
sure
fault
Ron
for
was just
that?
as much of a mess. He was just doing it at home. Wasn't shitting his pants in the ring.
So,
Chapter 12.
yeah, and we got pictures of Colette.
Yep.
Kind of cluing us into what's going on here. So he's working. He's left WCW, and this is him, meeting Colette. He's working a motor speedway for Tommy D. and he sees a distinctive, if somewhat S&M-ish looking belt, which is probably a large belt of that time, you know?
I have often wondered what he means by
I was
this.
trying to picture.
Maybe it's got studs
I
on it.
couldn't.
Those would have to be
I
big
don't-
studs.
Yeah, I don't. I was having trouble envisioning something in my mind, and maybe that's just a lack of creativity on my.
Maybe it
part.
looks like a whip that she's tied around her waist.
It's as good as anything I've come up with in 25 years.
He can't even see her face, but nonetheless, he felt like I had to. I'm in both. Who's the narrator here? But nonetheless, felt like I had to meet her. She later would say she could feel me watching her.
Weird.
Yeah,
I feel like of all the people at a speedway, Mick sees one attractive blonde
Yeah.
woman and is like just really hardcore perving out, and she could feel the attention.
Well, listen, Mick was banging Bertha Faye and the fucking Texas mother of two. So
Who thought he was in his mind?
I think if a New York 5 walks into that racetrack, he's staring at her.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
Man,
She's above a New York.
Oh, she is,
Well,
but I'm
is
just saying that's the baseline. He'd be staring at her no matter what.
yeah. Mick Foley is. If you have a
He's
heart,
casting a wide net.
I'm about to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get mean. I'm not doing this. I've learned my lesson from Sean Oliver.
What were you going to say?
I feel like Nick, if you have a, I'll just say, if you have like maybe a pulse or a heartbeat,
Oh.
sucking in oxygen, you are a female.
Hey, what about that girl with cerebral palsy that he lived with?
Oh, come on.
I
They
don't-
were fans.
I'm gonna edit
They
that
were
out.
fans. No.
Do we want to talk about him reading the bedtime stories to the Colonel's kids?
Oh,
I don't even remember that. Did that happen?
yes.
He taught the Colonel the joys in reading to children.
She goes, hello.
You're right, because hang on, that is a
What?
problem because he didn't have kids at the time. You know what I mean? That really changes the perception.
We're not going down
Just-
this road.
Uncle Jack, story time with Uncle
We
Jack.
can't paint everybody that's nice to children like this. We can't.
I'm sorry.
I'm just repeating what I was putting in the pages, man.
Okay, and this
So
gets weirder from there.
Because of their unnatural dialogue.
No. Before that, instead, I asked a husband and wife team of truck drivers who had said hello earlier if they knew
Yeah,
her.
he asked the strangers. Yeah, and they're like, no.
I want to hear the conversation Colette was having with the Mama and Papa trucking team there.
Yeah. They're probably trying to see if she was a swinger of some sort.
Oh, with that S&M belt,
Her name is Colette, and she said she'd be happy to meet you. Now I had a little bit more confidence, and I walked over and said hello. Hello, I'm Colette Christie. How did you get the name Captain Jack?
Billy
So now
Joel
Mick
song.
goes into panic. She gave first and last name too.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
He goes into a panic, but then they hit it off.
Yeah.
As he's being taken away from, he does the angle of the speedway, and they're carrying him away. And he wondered if Colette Christie, with her S&M belt, if she did anything with that belt besides wear it. Hey, I need to be honest, don't I?
No, you don't, man.
I wrote that. You can be honest. You don't have to put it in a book.
That doesn't make you inherently dishonest. You just,
Mick
just-
Foley
it's-
was in no obligation to write down every time he's been horny in his life in this book.
It's Catholic guilt. You wouldn't understand.
That's true. So then she calls him, And she
Oh,
says,
real quick with the exchange. So I feel like this is vital. He's like, "Can I get your phone number?" She goes, "Give me yours."
mm-hmm.
And I was shocked that he got the call back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because that
Sorry.
is kind of a... No, that's... She could have been like, well, I'm getting vibes that if I give this guy his number, he's going to be a real creep.
Right.
I bet if you asked Colette this story, she would bust his balls and say he was creepy. I just have that feeling.
Oh.
If you like interviewed her and asked,
Maybe
her
we
about
should try for a Colette interview.
There you go.
She might
We
be the
would do
one
it.
if you're like...
She would
was,
do it.
if was Mick a little bit too horny in his book? And she'd be like, yes.
I was wondering if I could. I was wondering if I was going to nail her. I use that word because it's fun for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's true.
She calls him and says, "Hi, I'm Colette Christie, the girl you met at the racetrack." And so his mom doesn't believe him when he's like, "I'm going out on a date." And then, yeah, it goes on. He's singing Neil Diamond to her.
Yeah. I don't know.
And he-
I don't remember what was playing when I met my wife, and that was like 6 years ago. And he knows that Tweeter and the Monkey Man by the Traveling Wilburys was on the radio.
Yeah, they're harder for cash.
Do you know what that song sounds like?
No, that's not even a
Oh, that
hit.
song's awesome.
Don't know
Is
it.
it? No,
This might be another Gus singing it because I've never.
Oh, I mean, I like the Wilburys, but that's not one of the
Something.
hits.
Cocaine and hash.
Oh,
In
all
the
right.
walls.
Now I'm into it.
All the way to hell. And then there's like some guitar work.
Man,
Anyway, sorry.
so your memory is so much
That
better
resonates-
than mine.
resonates.
Like if you asked me to sing a song I know right now,
So the only reason I know that song was because like my dad got like a bitchin' ass stereo system like the week that album came out, and was just like fucking blaring it, and was like feeling it, like get shit done around the house, like. And then like my mom just sucked all the joy out of that really fucking quickly. I'm like, that's a really cool song. I liked hearing it like, 42
can't you see
times
this
or-
man is living his best life?
He's great. The walls are getting painted. What's wrong?
Yeah, he says, hope that I'd maybe get to nail her. My wife and I get a personal kick out of this word, which is why I use it here. Okay, what was in his mind then originally? I hope I get to fuck her. I hope I fucking her later. Or is Mick even that vulgar? Or is Mick like, what would he make? I hope I get to doink her.
Do you think like he's got like a role play fetish where like he needs her to pretend to be like completely disinterested in his cock?
Oh,
That's like
no.
part of the.
Oh, no.
Humiliation.
Yeah, I think there's a humiliation fetish involved there.
Oh no.
Sorry for the speculation.
No,
but
I know.
I
But
think these are important questions.
No, what- I mean, I was put there, and that's why I was like, get it out of my head, turn it off.
Hey,
I can
Like,
picture it
what's
so
that
vividly.
washed in like 8 weeks, carrying dirty laundry to the airport.
I mean, we watched the wife swap thing because I'm curious about the dynamic, and she's ride or die, at least in that episode.
yeah.
So I don't know.
You're right. She didn't even like attempt to change at the end. She just went back to what?
She was just like, Mick's great.
It came down to
love-
cooking one meal instead of 5.
Yeah, we
was the
should have
deal.
family meals. We should have family meals.
We
together.
could probably get any of the kids too. If
Don't
we had
know.
to. You need to get on it, but I'm just gonna put it out.
I think, what's her name?
These people
What's
don't know
the-
you. It doesn't matter if they tell
No,
you
no,
that.
no. Is it Noelle? I think is too media savvy.
Yeah,
I think she'd be like, "This isn't worth the squeeze."
yeah.
The WWE
And I might have
writers.
insulted Frank the Clown on Twitter. I don't know.
Well, I think you said you didn't respect Noelle or something like that. I don't know if she had a master's or what was the deal, but
Okay.
You don't respect any of the Foley family education.
you don't respect anyone or anything.
They don't have educations. They're-
Damn.
Uh,
So we got him for Huey, Dewey.
Dewey, I think, would ask his dad.
Well, and Dewey's been a writer, so
Yeah.
you know he's been in the business. I don't know if that's good or bad.
God. I covered
But it-
my face with the book when he said that. He's been
What?
in the business. I'm sure he says that too.
He wrote
I
for
don't
like
think-
5 years.
I don't. When people, look. Even when Freddie Prinze talks about it,
We'd
I'm
have
just
to
like,
find like an episode of like some other like bullshit TV thing he's like written on or something,
Hmm.
and that's probably the end.
I have a bugaboo with former WWE writers talking about
The process and
their process and their experiences, and it's always the same story of the wrestlers either they have a few wrestlers that like they'll bend the ear, everybody else treats them like shit. They have bad experience. Vince, they talk about Arn tearing up a store, or going, who cares? It's all that matters is Vince. What are we doing here? It's just always, it's the same thing over and over. But then they're like, so here, let me tell you about Dolph. It's like, Dolph listened to everybody. And he wasn't pushed. And it didn't matter. You wrote nothing.
That's true. It's a
so
valid.
we just turned the one angle of the one potential Foley family
always-
member we may have been able to interview. That's wonderful.
All that's left is the religious kid.
Yeah.
And I don't
Can
know
we
if
get Mick's brother? I want to talk to his brother. Or like sister-in-law.
That's interesting.
Can we get Al Snow?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can get us now.
I get.
Al Snow, if he comes on, he's definitely. First of all, he definitely has owner of OVW or something like in the little thing there,
Well, I'll have to get like collar
yeah.
elbow shirts to like.
He's definitely sitting. You see probably the whole office, and he's sitting like this as he's listening. He's doing this thing. He's doing that. He's all in on it.
He's too big. He's too big to get. I could get him
Have you
locally, but I don't think
You
so.
should just run up to him with a cell phone
Lima, Ohio's not that big.
and just fucking shout questions at him. What do you think about Mick Foley shitting you? He said, what?
While he's outside grilling in the dark at like 11:30 at night.
Catch him after an OVW show. Have you gone to an OVW show?
No. I didn't know it was still a thing until that documentary came out. And it really isn't a thing, so I don't know why I even would go.
Is it defunct? Who owns it now? Do I even want to know? Type it in. OVW.
Yeah, who are those money
owner,
guys? I never
Al-
saw
it
the
says-
show.
It says owner Al Snow.
But on the show, isn't there a money guy behind him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's two.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, we got three. Well, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 owners.
Board of Trustees.
Yep. What else they got? Matt Jones still listed as an owner. That was the DJ guy, the radio
Oh
host.
man, I've got thoughts on names for some other day.
And Larry Benz, Joe Reeves, Jesse Morris, Jeffrey Tuvlin.
You know, God, now you're gassing me up because next time I go visit the in-laws, they live Southwest Ohio. I'd
Yeah.
fucking love to go to an OVW show while I'm down there now.
We'll probably just shout out Al on the sidelines.
Yeah. Barry Meltzer with him. Get on his good side.
Ed Payer was named the new CEO of the company in a strategic partnership with Genvec Ventures. So basically, they just did the fix. You know, they ran out of money. They did the like, what if more people own this?
All right, back to this book. So there's a line
Herb
in here.
Abrams.
No. Before that,
Oh,
where he's talking about Colette's modeling portfolio,
Yes.
and he's got a line that says, "This wasn't someone claiming to be a Guess Jeans model. This was a real model." That is a shot at Sable.
Is it?
Yes.
Did they have
Okay,
heat?
why does Mick have heat with Sable? And that is a creepy conversation I've never considered.
He does kind of have heat with Marrow, but Sable had left at this time. Remember, and she was suing Vince.
Right.
I feel like it was just convenient.
I could see. This is just me
Also,
speculating.
Mick was a Sunny guy, not a Sable guy.
I could be,
Okay.
that, and I'm speculating.
You know, Mick loves having lunch with the girls Foley. Oh, yeah. Wow.
I think.
That's a lot.
Let me finish chewing ice. Hold on.
Why would you choose to chew ice?
I love it. I love to chew ice. If anybody's got cold teeth sensitivity, get here, losers. Okay. You don't like chewing ice? Okay. I could see Mick, because he wants all the women in the locker room to be besties with him, right? That's his
and
thing.
she's an icy bitch, kind of.
Yes, exactly. And it just never clicked, and it bothers him that it's not clicking, and that she kind of keeps him at arm's length, like, huh, thanks, okay, all right. You want to wait.
One other thing. Why did he... Okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead on that. Yeah, go ahead.
Why did he move across the street?
Oh, that bothered me so much.
To rent a room. So you went from your parents' house to across the street and still just have a room.
No, she rented the room.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
So Mick would go over across the street.
Yes. And he brings up that
sorry.
the neighbors...
I'm a dumb guy. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the neighbors. He's then thinking about the neighbors hearing him fuck. And they're going, oh, little baby Foley. Yeah. I was just going to say...
Mickey.
We're an hour in the bedroom. I'm getting laid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take a break? Is that what you were?
Larry, do you want to hear Mick Foley sex noises that are just his
I
wrestling
do,
noises? Okay, yeah. I was going to say we're an hour in. I need
we might
drink.
need, before we go, a Mick Foley fan fiction when this is over, written in his voice.
God.
The brave facials of Foley.
Oh, no.
All right, hold on. Okay, pause. Deep breath. Did we talk about that? I think it was Kevin Sullivan that pitched Cactus Jack's gimmick, or did he pitch it to Kevin Sullivan that his gimmick would be last man standing matches?
I pitched it to Dusty, and then Dusty was like,
"That's coming
that's
up.
Right. You're going to be the king of the last man standing."
Okay,
and
okay, it's coming up.
But Dusty was kind of like half-heartedly jerking him off while he said it, like.
By the way, we're dumb guys. Okay, I consulted a female about this. She would have tied somebody up with the belt because it was an S&M belt. Not fucked herself with the belt, as I've been thinking for 25 years.
Oh, no, I assumed that was the thing, the tying up. I was just...
right over my head.
Yeah, no. But that could be any belt.
I just assumed it was some kind of belt that he would be whipped with. It looked like a belt that he would shoot.
You go to the whip
with.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the whip.
But any and all belts are capable of both those tasks. So what inherently makes it a S&M belt then?
I can't believe that Larry gave me such a look.
Oh yeah, Gus.
I was chewing ice. What,
I got
what's
the
it?
hardback, Gus.
Oh, the hardback.
Half-price books.
Oh, hell yeah. You don't have those weird World Wrestling Entertainment.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, your book's falling apart. Is that what you're bitching about?
No, I'm not. I was just saying that Larry had a problem with me chewing ice, but then belts are getting fucked or being fucked with. I think that's more concerning than chewing ice. Thinking about belts going inside of orifices.
Okay.
Let's see here. So okay.
Herb.
Oh yeah, nail her. We talked about that. We did. Gus dropped 3 facials of Foley, and then. Oh
We're doing
yeah,
Herb
Herb
stories.
Abrams. Yep. He asks Herb's girlfriend why he calls himself Mr. Electricity. Because when he plugs it in, he really turns me on. She turns into like Sable at that period.
Well, yeah, because it says she puts her hands over her head
Yep.
and shakes her hips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely had that visual.
Then Mick talks to some, or no, he's describing Herb interacting with the midgets on the show. And I was getting like Brett vibes. Little Tokyo's there. He just won the prestigious Midgets World title. Mick writes at the prestigious. Herb is there slurring. Congratulations, Little Tokyo. Maybe you have some sake tonight to celebrate? And then Little Tokyo's eyes grew wide and he replied in astonishment, "How do you know sake?" To which Herb offhandedly said with a shrug, "Yeah, I'm doing the Sean Oliver." Oh, I was married to a Jap once. Why would that be? Even if Herb told Little Tokyo, this is the bit, I'm going to ask about sake, and you're going to be like, what? Ancient Tokyo secret? Sake? How do you know that? Like, what's the bit there? This is why you need a writer's room. I'm sorry, Dewey Foley. You need a writer's.
How do we feel about Colette becoming good friends with Herb?
That. They reminisced. He dies and they reminisce. What was the deal? Yeah, what?
It lends credence to that sleaze thread thing that said that she would negotiate his contracts for him. Actually, I think he even says that at one point, but the sleaze thread made it sound like she would like wheel and deal and bumps taken.
Lord Almighty! What in the fuck?
But even he admits in this book that she does sit in his contract negotiations, I think.
So, I mean, I definitely think she's an asset to Mick. It's kind of like that Mark Merrill getting signed, and they're like, "Whoa, did you see his fucking wife?"
Yeah.
So he talks about the lumberjack match that had no lumberjacks or whatever the fuck's going on. Oh, that was weird to me. So he's gonna wrestle Jimmy Snuka, and he's like, "Oh my god, my dream match, my hero." Sorry, we're having issue. Yeah, I think they're bowling. I think they're bowling a medicine ball. My wife is gonna go upstairs. We're having a confrontation with neighbors.
I have forced my wife to call the cops before on neighbors.
Forced my wife.
Noise,
Oh,
just
no.
noise.
Oh man, that's a whole therapy discussion. Just the like
now,
how much I hate confrontation and like this long-term investment trade-off of like.
Here's what my wife has going for her. She is very sweet and very like the initial thing is like, well, she's nice. So they might. I'm guessing their thing, unless they're very bad people, is to feel bad. I think.
Yeah.
Or we're now in a feud.
My issue is they're already making the noise, so they're already just complete assholes and not reasonable in any way, shape, or form. Like, I think I
It says
come
a lot
in
of-
too hot sometimes.
It says a lot about me. I had no idea what she was talking about. None. Until she brought, and then I was like, oh yeah, stuff is going on upstairs. Well, there you go. She let me know I'm about to get into a confrontation. So if I have to all of a sudden get up and I'm like, I slam my foot down and I have to stomp off, that's what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
So Mick's gonna go work all Japan.
But okay, so the Jimmy Snuka thing. So
Oh yeah.
got interrupted. He refuses. It doesn't matter. But he says he refuses to. My wife is up there because the dog is going insane. So that means somebody's at their door. I told her my theory was it was a big dog, and that they play with the big dog, and then that's going to cause noise. Cut him a break.
Oh, interesting.
Just the sound. Just the sound.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a big dog, and they play and they throw the thing, and it sounds like a bowling ball. Anyways, Jimmy Snuka. He refuses to lose to Jimmy Snuka, but Jimmy Snuka is not supposed to go over. So they end up doing a double count out in a lumberjack match. What do you think about that, Larry?
It sounds like too cute of a story of him running away saying, "Oh, it's Herbie's show." Ha ha ha. It's like, I don't know about this.
I've seen the
You
match.
hear this?
It sucks.
Does it?
I've
I've seen it on YouTube, but I've never sat through it.
We have an apartment update. Hold on. Honey, come back in here and tell me what you just said. Honey, come back in here and tell me what you just said. What happened? Yeah.
I hear him. He's at his fucking door. He has his girlfriend on his cell phone. She goes, "It's probably because such and such bouncing that ball." So they know. They fucking know.
There you go. What,
Chicken
guys?
shit, and I sat there and I knocked again. That chicken shit didn't even come to the fucking door.
Well, you probably looked in the peephole.
Well, no, I. But what a chicken shit.
Did you
Face
put?
up to me.
Yeah.
Fucking chicken shit, motherfucker.
Now, Gus, you've met my wife. Did she ever talk to you like that?
No, but I wasn't a chicken shit motherfucker. So
Did she
have to
seem
worry
so?
about
Did she seem so sweet? Well, you
no,
said-
for sure. Like
I said, didn't she when you met Gus?
but
Wasn't
that
she so sweet?
for someone to be that
I got Jekyll and
egregious.
Hyde over here.
No, those people must be like super egregious with their like.
Oh man,
I could
she's
never
doing
go-
the Chris Benoit. She's doing this thing right now. She's doing the slit the throat thing.
I could never go back to an apartment for this kind of shit.
It is wild because it is so like you'll see like there's like older women in the building or like military people and then all of a sudden it's like you got these kids or something. It's like what in the world's happening? So yes, I was right. By the way, she said I was right. The
Dog.
big dog that's unruly is causing an issue. Can't get the big dog under control.
So all Japan.
Yep, I headed to Japan. He's March 91. And he does do the
We read Red Dragon on the way over.
where is that?
I opened up a Thomas Harris book called Red Dragon as we took
Oh,
off.
that's right. I do love these little I thought, oh, well read, just like Brett. All right.
Yep.
Do you like the movie Red Dragon?
I've never seen it.
Put it on the list.
Okay.
Where does he put it? Oh, he's talking to fans. Fans who want to be beat up. They want to be chopped. They want to be what have you. And he was shocked to see a guy get punched. And then the fan said, "Thank you. Thank you very much. That's how it's
a,
written.
It's a little problematic.
This place was crazy. I don't have anything then for a while.
No, nothing. He doesn't really catch on. He
Eddie
thinks
Gilbert.
it's because he looks like shit and broke Johnny Ace's arm, which it probably is. But again, there is a Kobashi Cactus Jack match,
Yeah.
and it's just straight wrestling. It's very interesting.
There was also that Andre match that I weirdly found too.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, I don't have. This is a lot what I'm talking about, where I'm just like, my mind goes numb. Where he's just like, and then Eddie and I did this, and then we did this. And
Well, I don't know.
it's just kind of beep a beep a boo. There's no real thoughts on anybody, deep thoughts, or just it's just kind of like a breakdown of his career. Of like, I want some like, give me some juice, give me something here.
Yeah. Until we get to the Caribbean.
Are we into chapter 13 now? He goes.
That's not a different chapter.
Or is that in there where he...
192, at least for me.
Way back... Yeah, 192 was... What would 192 say for you? What are we in? He should have titled these chapters like Brett.
The Trip to the Caribbean, where he talks about conceiving a child.
Okay, let me see if I can find this here. Where am I at here? Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, it's the next page after that, or 2 pages.
Hanson was legitimately a tough guy. Oh
Okay,
yeah, he calls
keep
her
going.
home. Would you like to have a baby?
Okay, if you don't have anything, that's fine.
I don't have anything. I'm just like, okay. Well, even then, he doesn't.
Because he talks about his
like,
reproductive system, and he was determined to prove him wrong. And
yeah, it's that thing. I wanted more than like like little jokey things, like, you know, what is it like? What are these kind of like? What's? Come on, right, Mick, right.
Yeah. So yeah, 13. Go
Joe
ahead.
Pedicino's Global Wrestling Federation. Am I saying that right? Pedicino.
I've always heard Pedicino.
Pedicino.
Yeah.
I see a CINO. I'm going Chino, baby. I don't know why. So he's gonna wrestle Sting. He's gonna go and get into a program with Sting when he comes back to WCW. I don't have anything.
Well, it was another thing where he just decided to go to a show.
Yep. He gets told, you want to get hired.
Yeah.
Go to a show.
And who was it? Magnum.
Yep,
Barry
Magnum.
Windham told him stick around, and then Magnum called.
So he thinks he has an offer. He does believe at the time that this global...
I don't believe he believes.
You don't think so? He writes as if he does.
And I'm sure he said that.
I was under the impression, I believed that Joe Pedicino had a $10 million backer and that the contract offer of $100,000 was legitimate.
Yeah, like $10 million from Nigeria.
And hey, Mick's already worked in Nigeria, so he should know.
Right. What if it's a
So he
member
says,
of the Power Uti family?
I don't want to seem like a big shot, but I've got an offer of $100,000 in global that would have me home in my bed 4 nights a week, I said. And then finally he puts, of course, the $10 million man never did appear. So Magnum says, Cactus, that 78 grand is just a dangling carrot. After a year, you'll get 156.
I might not have another year.
Kudos, I wrote kudos to Mick. He said, "You've seen how I wrestle. I need that money, 156 now." And so then he goes and talks. But like that's that thing of like that. kudos to Mick. Anybody that does a dangling carrot thing, going, what's the like between now and then? What are we doing here? That's always the answer. What are we doing here? Why are we sticking around with timelines?
All right.
I mean, yes. When anytime anybody's there with money and going, well, down the, I go, what are we doing with this timeline? What's happening
What are
here?
we doing here?
So he gets it.
He gets it. Herd's it's Kip right now. Kip's in charge. Right?
No, Herd. It says Herd approached me.
Oh, Herb is in charge. Okay.
It's just like, whatever, fuck it. Here's your money.
Herd's in charge. Right.
Yeah.
He does a Brett thing here where he's in the crowd and he's going to sing Happy Birthday to Sting. And he says, Happy birthday to you, bang, bang. Happy birthday to you, bang, bang. I looked at the crowd. They weren't laughing. Some of them actually looked scared. This is like when Brett would look in the crowd and be like, and then one woman, shit you not, was fucking crying.
You're right.
Is that what you see in the ring?
Hang on. Plus, this is the fucking sound stage.
Mm-hmm.
These people aren't even paying.
Well, yeah, it's even more impressive. They're all moved to fucking shock and fear at this guy singing "Happy Birthday" in
These
the
are
middle
people
of the
who
ring.
want air conditioning for an hour.
What's happening?
Well, and
What
then
have I
when you're
walked
in a-
into?
When you're in a TV studio like that too, like you're gonna play up your reaction because you want to make the cut and be able to tell all your friends, like, I was on the television picture.
Yeah, somebody's looking. They're fighting the camera and be like, "Huh?"
Right.
I'm wondering.
Maybe it says something about my contempt for wrestling fans that I don't think they're intelligent enough to know that.
I tried. I looked it up.
And,
I
yeah.
typed in "Happy Birthday Sting." Did anybody else find anything? I could
No.
not find anything. I bet the best you get is somebody going like this. They cut to a fan and they're going like this. Thumbs down with
Right.
face, the stink face. Let's see. So
Why did they put us on the road and make money? You've got guaranteed money, Mick. Just cash the checks.
is that what it takes? Like these guys, like Brad or Mick, like does that what it like? You're in the ring showing your ass, and it has to take you going. I think I saw a guy, and he was really moved. I mean, I think it works. I thought, like, do you have to just tell yourself that? You go back and you're like, yeah. You weren't seeing people laugh at you derisively, doing the. Yeah, you have to believe that they're actually not in on it as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. So. They have a match or something, right? Or do they have a match, or do they have an angle?
They do the box
It's a
thing.
match,
They
I
have
think.
an angle.
Abby and I versus Sting and Steiner. Wait. So yeah, and then Steiner fucks him up.
Yeah. Which is weird because they've already worked before.
So then Sting is in the dressing room and goes, "Why would you do that to the guy? I mean, the guy's been beating himself trying to get me over, and you're nearly going to kill him?" And Steiner replies, "I thought he was going to try to take something on me," which means he thought Mick was going to shoot. Which seems like Mick remembering that is like that's out of the playbook of the guys that injure or fuck you up. They're like, I don't know. I thought he was being like rough on me. I don't know. I was looking out for myself. I don't know. Like, what the fuck you want from me? Like, they just blow
Is
it
that
off.
a receipt for fucking Johnny Ace's arm up?
It's bad, right? That CM Punk has wormed into my brain so much that when I read that, I immediately thought of him going, I thought Hangman was going to shoot on me. That's why the match sucked, okay? Leave me alone. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Rick Steiner is putting $1 Million Gates in jeopardy.
But the guys that do hurt people, I did write cowards.
They can't even dress up and just be like, I'm sloppy. What do you want? I'm fucking jacked in the gills. I'm fucking launching you. Like, I don't know. Like, you're going to land on your head sometimes. Fuck me. What do you want me to do? It's this equivalent of being like, they're paying me to slap my back on cement. They're paying Steiner to absolutely just launch somebody that's already jumping. And then they're like, oh my God, I tilted too far and I landed on my head. That's not his fault.
Have you seen like some of those '90s Steiner matches though? Like a lot of that is just straight up criminal. Like,
if they're being paid to launch guys, whatever happens after the launch, I don't know what. I'm on his side now. I've talked myself into Steiner's side.
okay,
he's not a coward. He's actually right, but he should admit to it and just be like, "What do you want me to do? They pay you to bump. They pay me to launch. What do you want?" You're alive, aren't you?
They pay me to launch.
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, what do you call that when you hook a guy under the leg and you just throw him behind your back and don't give a fuck? You're like, what? All right, figure it out.
Yeah.
They pay me to flex. There it is. Let's see.
So we get to concussion.
Oh, yeah, and he goes, he doesn't know how many documented concussions he has. Or he knows how many but he doesn't know how undocumented he has. I've had my bell rung so many times that I'd probably have to rank high on the all-time list of brain swelling injuries. I just went, uh-oh.
I'm surprised
that's not good.
Still in the I'm surprised that's in the newer printings.
That's why you can't drive home anymore.
Oh, God.
No! So he talks about Hammer. He's moved on. Wait, am I right here? Chapter 14.
Hammer.
Van Hammer.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And he talks about this guy. Mick Foley definitely has a thing on being like yourself or like close to yourself. He's one of the guys that always touts that one line about, turn the attitude error around was just be yourself, turn to 11. So his whole thing is, they gave me a bullwhip, I couldn't do that. The fans they know what's fake. Van Hammer can't play the guitar. Why are we having him come out with a guitar? He says it about Shane Douglas, I think, right? And Johnny Ace. They never ride the skateboards. They don't know what they're doing. But Hammer, he says, has a tendency to bury himself. He's one of those guys in the locker room. He'd come out and he'd say, "I'm here to save the company." I wrote here, wrestling's the same. I say it all the time. Wrestling's the same. There's still guys like this. They're never going. There's the same dudes. It's just like at a different spot in the timeline. But like Enzo, Top Dollar, you hear all these stories of these guys. Top Dollar goes into the locker room and goes, "I'd lay down for Roman." Oh, would you? Oh, you'd lay down for Roman. That's nice. I think
is that a story?
Yes, that is. I think he might have said it in an interview, like on radio or something. Enzo got kicked off the bus because I think he was doing something like, "I'm saving this company. I'm the man." Gets kicked off the bus. So he talks about, is he talking about Hammer?
His dick?
He showcased his chiseled physique wearing a pair of tight black bicycle shorts that showcased his, well, never mind. And then in a classic theme,
punch it up.
In all these books that we read, somebody goes, "I'm not going to say, but here we go." Let's just say I could tell what religion he was before ever saying hello.
Bothering me about that is it made me contemplate whether Mick was or wasn't circumcised, and I just...
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just trying to say Jews are circumcised and nobody else isn't. Nobody else is.
Which then would imply, since Mick is not Jewish, that
Yeah.
Is Mick cut?
I think he's
Must not
uncut.
be. Yeah.
Uh,
Add it to the list of questions.
Mick.
So
real quick.
Huey, about your
I'd
father.
have to. You got to frame it for Mick. You got to go, Mick. Your little soldier, helmet? No helmet? And he'd be like, eh.
And then you'd have to do the finger through the pants thing, and it all be
Mick Foley definitely does the finger through the through the opening. There it goes. Gotcha. Looking. I wrote here. I'm shocked Abby's penis has not been discussed, so he's never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, put poker chips in there.
Okay, so this is where he's in Topeka, Kansas, and he tells the Dream that he's going to, what he wants to. He wants to be the king of Falls Count Anywhere. That's how he writes it. He brings up the Dusty lisps, and he goes, "Hey, why are all my bookers lispers?" This is I don't know. Ric Flair wanted to be Dusty, so maybe Ric Flair adopted a slight lisp. Have we ever established why Ric Flair lisps?
What do you mean, why?
Like, do you think he adopted it?
No,
To be
he
Dusty.
has that in his normal voice, though.
I mean, do we have audio of him at 17?
What is Richard Flair?
Yeah,
I mean,
what does Richard Flair sound like?
No,
What
you
is-
hear Flair's real voice sometimes. I know, not anymore, but
Yeah, because now old
it's
age.
weird because it's toned down, but he's still got that fucking Minnesota lisp.
See, I don't. Yeah, when he said Ric Flair lisps, I don't really think Ric Flair lisps, but he does have that kind of very like what you're talking about when you're thick from the Midwest and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, maybe.
And so of course, Dusty, here's this great idea of King of Falls Count Anywhere, and says, "That's it, baby. You'll be known as the King of Falls Count Anywhere. You can take it all over the country."
I love that backhanded fuck you so much. It was so good.
Well, yeah, but hang on though, because Mick says that Dusty had been known as the King of the Leather Strap match.
So he's
I don't
saying,
really remember too many Dusty Strap matches.
I wonder if
I
he
always thought it
means
was the
like,
bull rope match.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he means that.
Or the bunkhouse match.
Yeah.
I could see Mick Foley just being like, yeah. Mick doesn't strike me as a historian, where he's like, yeah, the bull
Yeah, he was a-
bunkhouse thing.
He was a New York guy.
Yeah, he's just watching. He's going, oh, he's fed pilled.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically is trying to credit himself with coming up with like brawling in the stands, which he's the first guy to do it, which is just
Yeah.
egregiously incorrect.
He's the first one to make it look good.
I don't know. I'm digging in. I'm an asshole.
He in Topeka.
We get our funny
He-
bullying story.
Well, he what does it say here? He gets launched by who's he wrestling in Topeka?
He's wrestling Van Hammer in the Falls Count Anywhere match, but Abby comes out.
Okay, yeah, he gets thrown over the second row, right? The second turnbuckle. He does that deal. He does like a sunset flip onto the cement.
That's insane. Yeah.
And he claims that Nick Patrick went, "Holy shit!" And we've had this before, where like a wrestler's like, and then the ref fucking lost his mind. What has happened? I've watched, man. I've never seen these refs that they're like, damn.
Where they have like a whole side conversation with somebody in the middle of the match.
Yeah. And then he calls Nick Patrick a second generation wrestler, and I was like, that's so nice of Mick to put that in there. And yeah, Nick Patrick follows the whole shit with, "I've never seen anything like that" during the match. Earlier in the day, Dusty had pulled me and Abby aside and whispered, "I didn't say this, but I want that girl." He's talking about Missy Hyatt. "I want that girl to end up in the water." And wouldn't you know it, in the freakiest of freak accidents, Missy Hyatt ended up taking an 18-degree bath in a horse trough. I wrote, "Conspirators, you know it's wrong. Dusty doesn't even want to be tied to it." And you're like, "Yes, sir." Friend of the females, Mick. Come on. Yeah. So Kip Fry now, he's in there. And he gives out $5,000 to the most valuable performer. And so he gives that a Hammer and Mick $5,000. And then
I cut Abby and Nick.
Out of respect, we also cut Abdullah and Nick Patrick. And do you know the math on that, Larry? Because I did it.
I mean, how do you know? He doesn't say what the cut is.
I did think about that. Do you think you don't think it was an even split?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe $2,000 a piece for Hammer and Cactus, and you split
And
that
then-
last grand up. Or, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I accept that.
$250 to Abby, $750 to Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I mean, Nick Patrick. Really, what is he getting?
Right.
100,
$500.
Whoa. Nick Patrick's eyes are fucking dollars.
And Abby's happy with 500. Come
Out
on.
of Winston's and
Yeah.
Abdul is just happy to get a taste.
Yeah.
He says Kip Fry was bad with money. Hell, the Freebirds were given 50,000 raises and then were taken off the road for 6 months.
How does that make sense?
Were they taken off the road, or were they just going to be found? Really? What are you doing? He brings up Kip Fry really being like he likes being on TV.
Yeah.
He'd go after his first appearance on the tube. He sprinted to the back and picked up the phone. "Did you see me? Did you see me?" He inquired anxiously as I wondered just what qualifications were required to run a multi-million-dollar wrestling company. It's like,
He was on TV a lot more than Herb was.
Yeah, and he was a goof.
I mean, Mick writes this. Who's your boss, Mick? You know deep down, Ben. I mean, is it only the people outside that are like, Vince is an idiot? The people inside are like, oh, he told me to change this one word this one time. He's a genius. Like, come on. Stop. What are we doing?
These are hot takes.
Is it a hot take? Vince isn't a genius. He falls into money time and time again. He accidentally always backs his ass up into money. He always has the worst idea. Always. His tinkering never helps. And then it's always like this one thing, and a guy will be like, yeah, he told me, wear brighter pants. And then I did, and he pushed me harder, and then, like, so he was right. It's like, what are you talking about? His good ideas are bad ideas.
Kevin Nash didn't get over until he took those little tips from Mick, and
Oh, we're getting to that. That's a Brett thing. That's
Yep.
I couldn't believe that Mick was doing that. So we get introduced. Diamond Dallas Page. The good thing about Kip is that he's willing to listen to the wrestlers.
I fully believe that was said.
Yeah. Now, I loved this. This made me a Kevin Nash fan. It made me really regret that we'll never have an in with him now.
Yep.
Kevin Nash thought about an encounter. The good thing about Kip is he's sexy in a shy kind of way. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny. And then it goes, Nash was the king of ridiculous observations. He's just fucking being, come on, man. He's being funny. At 7 feet tall, he may well be the country's tallest stand-up comic. Can you imagine listening to people talk about Kip Bryan and then Kevin Nash is like, he's kind of sexy. He doesn't
I
care.
could, like, that's
He
awesome.
even then he's at that position. He's just like, why are we talking about this? It's stupid.
He's Vinny Vegas at the time.
Kevin Nash has forever thought this whole business is stupid.
He's right.
He's right. People are so mad that he is so dismissive of things. Nash versus Casimir?
Yeah.
How have you ever heard it, Larry?
Kazmaier.
So yeah, he gets a shot in on Kevin's work. And then he says, because he was so well liked, the guys are always willing to help out. And I kind of did flashback to Brett always being like, God damn, this guy's always nice to me, but he's always kind of like fucking looking out for his spot and shit. Like, I like the guy, but... On the road trip, I talked to Kevin for 2 straight hours about using his size to be a dominant force. Instead of the
great
Vinny
idea.
Vegas comedy lounge wrestler... I don't remember him doing a lot of... Did he do a lot of comedy spots as Vinny Vegas? I don't remember that.
I think he just kind of looked like.
I think he's still doing the same
Yeah.
kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
like punch. The same Vinny Vegas comedy lounge wrestler that he was being portrayed as, he should be a dominant force. A short time later, he left WCW for World Wrestling Entertainment,
Mm.
and I saw him specifically doing some of the things I had talked about. I was very proud. Mick.
Yeah, hey Kev, go out there and be a big guy.
Kevin, do Big Man Wrestling 101. There. Send him on his way. Had he not already been in the, what was it, the skyscrapers? What are they called? The city script?
Maybe.
So,
I think Kevin Nash knew how to wrestle as a big man. And I'm sure if he didn't, Vince would have.
He was a
clued him
master
in.
blaster.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the Diesel moveset's the Vinny Vegas moveset. It's not that.
Okay, I had a thought about this. Are any of you into like stand-up comedy? Have you read like comedian like books from comedians or anything like that?
No, but yeah.
So, okay. A lot of times wrestlers, I'm like clenching my book right now. I'm so ready to get wrestlers often compare themselves to stand-up comedians. Doesn't usually go the other way around. In wrestling books that we've read, not in other, a wrestler will be like, I gave this guy the key to his success. And, you know, I said this little thing, and then that's why he's rich. Comedians, if they're not putting out a book that's like, here's all my bits written out, you never hear like Jim Gaffigan write a book and go, so that's when I said to that young man, maybe if you just punch these up a little bit more, and then that man was so and so, and he's I've never read that in a comedy book. They'll say they'll say the closest you'll get, at least that I've seen, is you'll get like I saw so and so and I could tell that he was good.
Okay.
But they leave it at that. They don't go, and it was when they asked me.
I told Carrot Top, you got to just stick with the props.
Yes, I've never read that in a book where it's like George
I'm
Carlin was
surprised
like,
though, because I kind of think of comedians as being fungible with the truth.
and I was thinking about like wrestling and like jokes. You could be like it's like jokes, and so if you're tagging, because you hear that a lot, a veteran comic will say you should tag it with this or that's like do that at the end there, and that'll punch it. But then don't go around going, and that's why that joke works. He says hot pockets in the little voice. I told him use the little voice when you say hot pockets, and that's why he's a fucking billionaire. But then the wrestlers will be like Razor Ramon. Scott Hall cannot shut the fuck up about the fucking crow thing. Like he can't shut the fuck up about this thing. And it's like it's one it's one thing. It's Sting. Yes, he's dressed like the crow. But that's like all hit, you know, like what are you talking about? It's these they cling on to these little like Brett was like on things where he's like, brother, stop, pause. Am I like I just kept thinking about that because wrestling is like it'd be the kind of somebody who's like, you know, Matt, you could do a leg drop, but what if you did a leg drop from the top rope? And my heart is like, yeah. And then whoever wrote that book just wouldn't be. They'd be like, Matt Hardy, that's me. His top rope leg drop. And it's like, that's just a top rope leg drop. What are you talking about?
That happens.
No, I know. It's just, like
Yeah.
the same thing. Like I was saying, like wrestling is so like foundational at a certain point or whatever, and then like jokes and all that. These people, why do wrestlers have to do that? Where
It's
they
like
they
when
want ownership,
Nova would accuse everyone of stealing his moves in 1998.
dude. And
You
comedians,
do a power bomb with an elbow drop.
there's accusations of people stealing bits, but at the end of the day, more comedians usually say it's collective thinking. If you think something's funny, somebody else has probably also thought that and worked on. Same thing with wrestling moves. I'm sure wrestlers can't wrap that around that if they thought a wrestling move was cool in their head, then nobody else could possibly. What if I then did an elbow drop? What if?
Yeah.
Okay, rant over. Sorry. Okay, moving on. Okay. So he's proud. So DDP was a classic. He was a walking cartoon character. His main attribute when he was working for Vern Gagne's American Wrestling Association was that he was willing to pay his own airfare to television tapings, along with paying for his 2 Diamond Girls and work for free.
Yep. That's who we're listening to.
I mean,
It's sad.
what was
He's
he
just a
getting?
fucking. He's always been a worker. That's all. Just fucking yeah. But I don't know.
It's pathetic. Yes, he's Mark. I mean, like
Yes.
what? Where I
He's the only one who didn't take the money after WCW closed. That's all you got to know.
Oh, I know.
Oh fuck.
Diamond Dallas Page is forever going, I'm a good guy, right? To everybody.
Let me
Like,
film
what-
it.
Well, yeah. What's really going on? But also, yeah, I was wondering. I know this is at the time or whatever, but still, 3 airplane tickets and all that involved. Where does he get? He's just drawing this off of the bouncing check. Where does he get?
He wasn't
this
a
money?
bouncer. He owned a club.
Oh, he owned the club, so he's
Yeah.
just. Oh man, I wonder if the workers there at the time were like, "Yeah, we could be paid more, but he's funneling all this money to his wrestling thing." And they're all like tittering behind his back, like, "All right, go do your wrestling thing. I wish I could get a raise." I don't know.
Probably. I mean, if you
I
have you ever worked in a kitchen?
I worked in retail. My manager was a journeyman independent wrestler.
Yeah, and were people like, our wages are going to his tights. He's getting new gear.
No, it's more just like, fuck, this asshole's like getting another fucking weekend off to.
Live his
We're
dream.
stuck closing 2 nights in a row.
The closest I did is I worked in a bar, and the owners, there were 3 different owners, and one owner wanted it to be a restaurant of some esteem, one owner wanted it to be a sports bar, and one owner wanted it to be a wine bar. And so you're navigating all those. Depending on who was there at the time, you had to kind of go with that vibe. If the wine person's there, you got to be getting out the correct glass for you got to be doing that thing. And if it was the sports bar, nobody gives a shit. If it's the food thing, you better be talking up the food, and it's more of a fine dining thing going on.
What are we talking about?
Oh, well, we were talking about DDP running off with his club budget.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
The
we were talking
workers
about
as
that,
club, like being
the
like, fuck
workers
this
were probably-
guy and his.
Because for sure, you're always thinking.
I get
about-
mad when my boss goes golfing, and I resent it.
Yeah.
Why? Let the
Fuck
man
'em.
golf.
I do all
Fuck
the
'em.
work.
Yeah, that's.
Trying to put food on plates here.
Hey, it's his job to exploit.
Yeah.
So DDP at the tender age of 35, needless jab. Boom. Before that, he has another one too. He goes, so Page was an announcer. Even as one of his best friends, I've got to admit that his bag of play-by-play cliches was about as well received as a set of fingernails on a chalkboard. And as a manager, he had been, at best, average. There you go. So DDP at the tender age of 35, against all odds, became a top name in the business. Now, this is what I wanted more of. He's sitting with Abby in the car. They're watching DDP beat DDP. And Abby says, he's going to make it, champ. And Mick's like, Dallas? What? And Abby goes, he lives his gimmick, champ. He lives his gimmick. And I just was like, why are there not more of these like quiet moments where Mick and the guys are talking, you know? Even Brett would have things where it's like, we're sitting around the room. This is what was said, quote by quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that would have been nice. Like, talk to me about those conversations in Japan and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's kind of like, Terry took me aside one time and gave me this bit of advice. Moving on, next. So DDP's the guy.
You're right. He does not really talk about the travel aspect of Terry Funk. I'd love to know the kind of shit he does in the morning.
Yeah.
Stumbling out of a hotel.
Yeah.
What does he order for breakfast?
It's that thing of he's like, DDP's a target. Here we go. And then anybody else might not. He's like, nah, moving on. I don't want to talk about that. DDP's the guy. And I like DDP as a guy. I'm into it.
Mick is a company man, and DDP was in WCW at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure Mick really enjoyed his run in WWE. I'm sure he got quite a chuckle out of it. DDP's a guy that if a lady asks him, how are you doing? He'd say, lady, if I was doing any better, I'd have to be twins just to handle it. Mick says, I used to roll my eyes a lot around DDP. I like DDP. So he runs into DDP. And he says, hey, you're upset about your first match. It's all right, right? It's his first match, something like that. One of his first matches.
Yeah.
No, it was his first match in Baltimore.
Yep. Yeah.
He says, it wasn't that bad. He says, thanks, Jackie. He always called me Jackie. His eyes were still red from crying. And I was like, uh-oh. That's a Brett thing. Grown men crying all the time when they interact with Brett. Do you really think DDP was crying after this altercation?
He's a weirdo.
Brother, why don't you like me? I've got a couple of favorite... Okay, so then he moves on. Basically, he says, okay... What was it? The guy was, like, shot on him? Is that what it is? Or
it was Firebreaker Chip.
Yeah. He threw a punch, fight broke out, couple ended with DDP. So
Austin told him this story. So you have to imagine it that way.
DDP hooked Chip in the front face lock.
Took that Firebreaker son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got in a fight, right?
DDP went over.
And then
so then he goes, after this, he goes, I've got a couple of favorite DDP stories. The first one, and I went, first one? Is this past tense? What are we doing? What's happening? Is he telling this to somebody? The first one. Should be the first is, but it's not. The first one sent around Dallas's return to his old stamping grounds, and we've done it. And this is now just a Mick thing. It's not stamping. What is he talking about? He's traveling with Paige and Scotty Flamingo, later known as Raven. They're in Florida on a loop. They go to Fort Myers, which I've been to, and now I want to go back to just to find out, like, the legend of DDP. Been there many a time in Fort Myers. Behind his back, they'd be like, this fucking guy, he's not fucking popular down where he lives.
Just like sucking right Andrew Dice Clay, like,
yes.
jack off.
I love that this guy probably had been in the business longer than Mick. But Mick still was like, what a piece of fucking shit. Just because he's like had that manager ref vibe to him. And then when he becomes a wrestler, they have to begrudgingly accept him. So he does a match with Big Cat Curtis Hughes. And there's a miscommunication. I guess Paige was supposed to go over. He thinks. I kind of was like, was Paige supposed to go over? If they're bringing Curtis Hughes back at this point? If he's just starting out?
Yeah, I'm trying to discern what he's trying to say here.
He thinks that because it was his hometown on a loop, DDP's going to go over. And that there was a miscommunication, and instead, Curtis Hughes goes over.
Oh, yeah, because Nash was late hitting the ring and failed to break up a pin attempt.
I was like, I don't know, that seems like if you're bringing back Curtis Hughes, he's all jacked up. DDP's DDP
I don't think
at
he's
that point.
jacked up. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying he weighs more,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? Like, he's coming in bigger. Are they not putting him over then? Are they not? They're just bringing him back to job to. I don't know.
So what are you saying about Mick?
I think he's just wrong. I think his story's bad, and I think Curtis Hughes was supposed to go over. I think the match played exactly out as it should have been.
Okay.
I mean, Paige can still be bummed about, like, why am I doing this in my hometown?
That's true.
I just don't believe the miscommunication part. So, the legendary
DDP was
Diamond Dallas
legit.
Page and the J.O.B. in his hometown. He was crushed, almost to the point of tears. Sure, Mick.
Always
So,
crying.
DDP had told all the boys, hey, the club that I own, you can eat and drink for free there tonight after the show. Norman Jeans. Is that where he could, or is that just a club he was a frequenter at? Oh, the nightclub he used to run. So at this point now, he's former runner.
Yeah.
So they were like, wow, he is popular in this town that he used to live and work at. Wow, people came. And Dallas even started to smile, and he was returning to his normal state of overbearing stories and worn-out cliches. I feel like he's being so harsh on DDP.
He's being a dick, and he's dedicating like a substantial amount of paragraphs to it.
And yeah, he goes, as if bearing DDP's hopes and dreams in his hometown was enough, Big Cat Curtis Hughes had showed up to eat Dallas's free food, and to drink his free beer. Okay. And then he throws in, Hughes later resurfaced a few times in WWE.
Yeah, this was a weird aside.
Yeah. As his butler. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, he had a friendship with China, so I feel like, I don't know, he wants to, like, plant the China,
Okay.
I don't know, a muscular female wrestler named China. That's her first mention. My other favorite DDP story is the one we all heard. He puts the cookie.
The cookies.
Steve Austin and Mick want to break DDP.
I didn't get to read the last few pages. Do we get to hear the F word dropped? And is it the F word in your book?
Let's see here.
Or is that further on?
Yeah, no, there's F word. There's fucking cookies in my bed.
No.
That one?
What?
When we get there, I'll
Okay.
I'll point it out.
So Steve gets a nice jab in here, and if this happened, I do appreciate it. So they pick everybody's in the car. Steve also says, "My wife wanted me to pick up a couple antiques on this trip." And Paige goes, "What'd you tell her?" "I told her I'd already picked up DDP at the airport." And he's laughing. So they keep burning his ass. And we do.
Well, they're having
get-
it's a contest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to get on his nerves. So they're fucking with the towels in the hotel room. He's showering and all that. Now this is Mick. Here we go. We definitely know when Mick has seen a penis because it's going to get talked about. Mick, Dallas would always emerge in typical fashion from the bathroom here. Buck naked except for an ice pack on his shoulder and saran wrap around his knees that he claimed kept the joints loose. Then he would thumbtack blinds to the wall so as not to allow even the faintest ray of sunshine into the room. I found the whole nude thing a little uncomfortable, to tell you the truth. Usually the only guys who walked around naked were the midgets, who seemed proud of what some people called God's practical joke. And guys like Scorpio, who was kind of like a genitalactic freak of nature, DDP was more or less a normal white guy. Hey, I'm no pecker checker. Mick, that's not true. You are
Mick is
right.
the kind of guy that doesn't understand how the urinal spacing works. Just No.
He's the guy that picks the one next to you.
He's got to pull his sweatpants down to his knees.
Oh, come on. But is it a bit and he thinks it's funny and you're like, I don't know you enough for this. I like, though, that Mick has spent, we're at page, for me, 288, and a good chunk of it has been about peckers. And then he's going to say, I'm no pecker checker.
But if you looked real close, you could see the outline of Van Hammer's dick.
Yes. But if you look at anybody's crotch long enough, with Paige's protruding Peter bouncing around, it was hard not to notice the guy's penis was everywhere. There he goes. So they put the cookies. DDP freaks out. Mick gets quite a lot of joy that a fan had given them these cookies for this idea, and that they're not being eaten; they're being crunched up and thrown away. Her favorite sports entertainers, he says. And then he says, so DDP's going, how do you like fucking cookies in your bed? And Mick says, well, it's not the cookies that I mind. It's the fact that you're rubbing your naked ass all over me. DDP was defeated. The end. That's it. That's the end.
Yep. It's a
Now we're
rib.
into 15. Dewey Francis Foley is born. 92. So, Dewey's got a cough. And Mick foreshadows here by saying he was whooping and gasping.
Meaning?
Well, he's later diagnosed with whooping cough.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like you'd put whooping in.
I
don't know if he thought, maybe that's it. I don't know, whooping cough. Is there such a cough that you sound and go, that's whooping? Whoop. Is that it?
I've
I've never heard whooping cough.
Yeah.
no, that's a medical diagnostic.
I'm not going to YouTube what whooping cough sounds like. So he gets pulled over. It's 2 a.m.
Do you think
Mick
Mick
still-
really argued with the cop?
He says he does, and he's still thinking about it because he fucking is
I didn't pay that parking ticket and then got my
Yeah.
license suspended.
the son of a bitch, all capital.
I'm taking
Actually
a stand.
wrote us a ticket. I was so damn mad that I blatantly cursed out an officer of the law. Now I have respect for the law. Hell, I even carried a photo of Hawaii 5-0 Steve McGarrett in my wallet with me for years. What's that about? Why? Is that real? Why is he carrying a picture of a guy, of an actor?
It's a bit, I think.
That's like David Letterman almost. That's like almost my mind is melting and being like, I respect the law. How much do I respect the law? I carried a picture of the guy. Like that's insane. Like that's to me. I'm like, you can't go like that. You can't shift gears like on with me like that, Mick. This guy was a disgrace and a prick. I didn't pay the ticket out of principle and ended up having my license suspended over it. Over one speeding ticket? So he's had multiple.
Oh, I think if you don't pay one
One speeding ticket, you're gonna get your whole license revoked? Suspended?
If you don't pay it, yeah, that escalates.
Well, yeah, no. If you don't pay a ticket, your license gets suspended. Yes, that I've had that happen.
What if I'm like, I'm gonna pay it?
No.
You caught me at a bad time, bro.
You have like 90 days.
You can probably negotiate some sort of payment plan, but Mick was not paying out of some sort of principle.
I got jammed up over that.
Do you think he knew that his license would be suspended?
Yeah.
Or is he like,
people know that?
You know the consequences.
I mean,
I
feel like I'm Mick right now, where I'm like, hey, I think the principal thing might work. Maybe we'll find out. He's wrestling Ron Simmons, a true football legend and one of the great storytellers in our business. Did you ever consider Ron Simmons one of the great wrestling storytellers?
I'm sorry, I didn't get this far. So he does not say that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, for me it's bottom 292, but it's after the son of a bitch. All that.
Yeah, and one of the great storytellers. Wow, that is bizarre.
I mean, the Ron Simmons story is, I'm going to hit you with a fucking spine buster.
Yeah, I've never thought that.
Jake Roberts or, you know.
I feel like every Ron Simmons match had a similar story. Maybe he was just good at telling that one Ron Simmons story in a match of, you'll do this, then I'll do this thing. The Ron Simmons stuff. And then we'll call it either I win or you win. I don't know. I'm going to make this face a lot. I can't do it, but you know that. I'm gonna look confused and also angry at the same time.
Damn.
So let's see. He's going for paper. He's taking a move. He's taking like a drop on the ramp, the wooden ramp from Ron.
Oh, spine buster.
Oh, that's. I do like that a little bit. He talks about people taking spine busters. And he's like, some guys will put down their hands or elbows to kind of like break the fall. Others hold on for dear life and like cling as they go down. And he's like, I just went down like a sack of shit. Quick and clean. He loves Jim Ross on the call. That is a wooden ramp, folks. Please don't sit at home saying, well, he knows how to fall. And I was like, wow. What year is this?
Those two
no. Foley loves JR at this point.
And JR's trotting that out. So he's got what his kid has, which is not been diagnosed yet, and he cannot stop coughing and having and then he coughs so much he starts heaving. He's wrestling Barry Windham. He's like dry heaving and coughing throughout the match, and Barry Windham, he's told that guy shouldn't be in the ring.
He actually didn't even know he was sick. He just
that poor guy. So then Kip Fry steps down. And Bill Watts is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Skandor Akbar is excited.
Mick is... I'm going to blame Mick. And maybe I'll speak personally, but I feel like a lot of people think this poisoned their mind to Bill Watts' 92 run.
You
Like
think?
they heard Mick slamming him, and so they all just said, "Yeah, that's fucking stupid." And a lot of it is, but he had some good
Yeah.
shit in there.
Yeah. I think that, and then like later, a lot of people talked about. I think a lot of people at the time when they found out he didn't like Shawn Michaels, you're like, how can you not like Shawn Michaels as a wrestler? That I think influences people. I think JR even saying, "God, I love how racist that guy was." I think that influences them a little bit, like how hard JR is for this guy and his like ways.
Yeah.
Uh,
Although, and thinking of the timeline, he doesn't really do shit with Cactus.
but he likes him. He thinks Bill wants right. He kind of goes into that. Bill wants. He thinks Bill likes him.
Yeah.
He's a cheap contract. He's clearly gonna go out there and play for you, even if he's literally rolling out of the ring every 60 seconds.
Oh
so.
yeah, that's yeah. If Bill Watts is a fan of sacrifice, yeah, he's definitely licking his lips watching Mick Foley for.
Just every hack and gasp trying to suck air in.
Grizzly Smith is
Way
rubbing his
played.
hands in anticipation of Bill Watts coming in. Do you think Mick had ever heard any of those allegations from Jake or anybody? Like, Grizzly's kinda...
I don't believe Jake.
Or is that later stuff? Jake's never gonna say it. Jake brought that up later. He's not gonna do it at that time. He's not going.
That he said about JYD, right?
Well, no, just that Jake the Snake's never gonna go over and be like, my dad raped my mom, and that's why I'm here. Like that never came up in conversation like it did later in life, where he can't he has to be like Grizzly Smith, piece of shit. Loved us though, in his own way.
Boy, the movie and the book would have come out around the same time.
I know. I'm thinking
so that is interesting. I know. I mean, it is uneasy hearing about.
Well, even like Brett's like Grizzly Smith, like everybody just brings up Grizzly Smith, like veteran, road agent. What do you want from me? And it's like I don't know. Sounds creepy and cold as hell.
I feel
You never
like
picked up on any of that?
Yeah, because wasn't there like a famous fight where some guy threatened Grizzly about this? I think it was Harley Race, like pulled a gun on him or something, like and said like, "Don't bring the fucking underage girls in the locker room." There was one guy,
Yes.
but
Harley Race is always right, and that's why CM Punk likes him because he thinks he's like Harley Race. I'm always gonna bring it up. CM Punk is such a fucking. Okay. So Watts begins cutting costs. Of course, Mick's big bugaboo. And I don't. This is not a needless jab, but I mean this is the first thing. He also got away with catered meals. He took them away at television tapings. And Mick's right. That's not good.
I feel like Mick took advantage of that policy though, and taking a few to-go boxes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mick's
yeah.
is frugal. He's definitely stuffing his pockets
Yeah.
with like a croissant here or there, and a chicken
And
breast.
some of this stuff will travel for 4 or 5 days if you're,
Yeah. What else did he do? He says Terry Taylor went from looking at 100 grand raise. Terry Taylor was looking at 100 grand raise.
Fry
Kip
was handing
Fry?
it out.
Fucking hell! I like that Arn Anderson, who is pretty much a soldier at that. Like he's getting his contract cut in half. What a fucking kick in the nuts. So, but he gets to stay the same. So I don't think Mick realizes he's probably one of like the lower tier pays. If Arn's getting cut in half, and then Mike's like, "Oh shit, I'm still getting $1,500 a week." You're not even in.
No, he's getting $3,000 a week now.
Is he getting $3,000? Okay.
Yeah, he got the 156.
So, the cowboy had seen him. He made a call to him in his house while he's dealing with the coughing issue. God damn it, Jack! God damn it, Jack! Take care of yourself. You're a goddamn crazy son of a bitch, and you have no regard for your body. And I gotta tell you, I get off on that. Mick Foley says, "I'm damn near tears now as I write this, thinking about the compassion in his voice." Okay, so maybe he didn't say it like that. Maybe he said, "I gotta tell you, I get off on that." Then more a little like with heart. I'd be concerned if my employer told me that. You have no regard for yourself, and I like it. And you're like, oh fuck. I feel exploited. It was
Why
almost
his
like
wife negotiated the contract.
I know he will do this for free if you let him. So let's talk money. So he has like I think what is it? He has a bad match with Scorpio. Damn it, Jack. Watch shot back as I waited for the verbal assault. It never came. Instead, he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Damn it, Jack. That's okay. I know you're trying your best." It was almost like I was the teacher's pet. And he goes into Bill's commandments. And Larry, Gus, I want to know if you agree with any of these.
Yeah.
Don't jump off the top rope. Yay or
Just
nay?
go one by one.
Yeah,
That one
yay
I
or
think
nay.
he's out to lunch on.
Okay. Do not play cards in the dressing room.
Yeah. You know.
Do not land on protective mats outside the ring.
That one I go either. Yes, it's stupid to care that much about it, but I don't care either way.
Do not bring your children into the locker room.
2000%.
Do not bring your wives to the television tapings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Bill Watts doesn't want to hear that shit. That's the opportunity to corner him and go,
A woman's
"What's
place
with
is at home.
Do not use sleeper holds."
That's a weird one. What is he thinking? It's still 1965, and that's an ultimate, like, you know how people view the DDT now of Jake getting salty about it. He's
Yeah.
salty about the sleeper hold being too overused.
He just wants, it's kind of the Mid-South style. You just want non-stop action.
Okay, if that's what he means. Okay, if that's like
I'm-
a catch-all, I'm with him.
This is an aside, but has anybody ever seen Shawn Michaels talk about the super kick being used in that clip? I think he's talking with like Triple H. It's some kind of I can't remember. It's some deal they're doing where they're sitting down. They might even be talking to the Undertaker too. I don't know what the deal is.
Table for
But
three.
then, no, I feel like Shawn's in his office or something. Maybe not. I can't remember the context. But then they're talking about moves. And Shawn says, "Well, thank God my finish is protected." And then he does like a face, you know.
Hmm.
And then Paul says, "You're the new DDT," or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
But Shawn is in that moment acknowledging that he's bothered, that the super kick is so commonplace.
yeah.
Let's see. Thou shalt. Okay. Don't talk to each other outside of the arena. Care? Don't care.
I don't. Yeah. That's a little silly to me.
Yeah, unless you're paying me to keep kayfabe going off the clock, you can.
Yeah.
Don't stay in the same hotel together. What about
Yeah.
the town
Again-
where there's
again,
only one
just-
nice hotel?
More stupid stuff. Nobody thinks it's real in 92.
Don't train in the same gym together.
That's absurd.
And the most important, don't leave the building until the final bell of the final match.
I'm okay with that.
So,
I'm just
Who
an
brings it up?
apologist. I think Bill Watts is misunderstood.
well,
Build a lot of great infrastructure.
you're our Cornette guy too. Just always acknowledging and accepting and endorsing his behavior.
He was originally a painter.
Nikita Koloff questioned the last one. He
I
wants
must
to
be
know.
Russian home.
Yeah, Koloff goes. Hey, we've been away from our families for a few weeks. Might have a chance to catch a night flight home. You think in those situations we might be able to get out a little earlier? Bill thought about it for a second. Yeah, it's a tough business on families. Any more questions? Okay, let's go.
God.
So that was that. So he says, I think Bill loved to keep the guys on the road worn out and miserable. I think he found it romantic. Did he? Did he find it romantic?
He might have.
So he and Dewey are diagnosed with whooping cough. Pertussis? Technical name? Is what he says. He'd lost all of his Abdullah weight. And he has a good match with, what is it? The Stinger.
Oh, Beach Blast. That's a great match.
And Sting would ask him after matches, was mine still your favorite? And he was sad when Mick finally let him know, no, I have a new favorite match. Okay.
Mick couldn't lie.
Do you think Steve Borden really is a guy if you told him, actually, I recently had a better match?
Steve would say, did we ever work together?
Yeah, Steve's nose deep in a Bible looking up at you, confused. But he's happy with life right now. He has a beautiful wife and son. He's making 6 effing figures a year. So it's okay if DDP swears because it's a quote. But yeah, he's going to say effing. 6 effing figures a year. And we bought our first house, a beautiful little Victorian with a wraparound porch in Eckworth, Georgia. Did you read any far past this?
No, but you can tell me about 16.
No, I didn't read 16.
Okay.
All right. Any thoughts on that? That section, that chunk we just read? Woo!
You know, I've turned a little on Mick, just overvaluing himself. But then again, Brett did that, and I probably defended him.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I assume all wrestlers think that, but what makes the one guy that actually breaks through? I mean, that has to be a thing when you go out to, let's say you go out to a Hollywood and you're like, I'm going to be the next guy. You have to have that kind of blind ambition.
Yeah, that could be required.
But there are people that are delusional, and then there's people that, you know what I mean? Like, but then why hold on to that? Like, why if you're Mick or Brett be like, well, I always knew I was great. It's like, well, yeah, of course you thought you were great. Everybody thinks they were great. I don't know. They just get to be the ones that write the book, I guess, right? Is that it? You never hear nobody's written a book. Well, Ben Pillar wrote a book, but where they were like, I was a loser. I thought I wasn't, but actually I am. Anyways.
Larry Nelson called himself a loser.
I guess, yeah, in that case, a loser got to write a book and go. But he also was like, I was the best stick man in the business when it came to da-da-da-da-da.
He never said that.
He was very proud of his work on the radio and his work on the show where he's doing the kind of like Carson, like, hey, we're doing bits here. He was very proud of all that.
Okay.
He kind of had that element of, he had that kind of element of like nobody else could have
done that. He did have a high
opinion
opinion of his morning show.
Yeah, nobody else could have done that. But then we talked about it. Then Gene Okerlund came on and did it better, and he was like, "Whoa, pretty good." So that's the thing where I'm sure Gene was like, "This guy sucks," and yeah. I'm getting real objectively. How does someone like a Mick Foley float to the top? It's just off of bumping? Is it off the personality? Brett had the
think
name.
You have to have that mentality of that. Yeah, I am a main eventer.
Is it opportunity meets talent meets a little bit of luck? But opportunity, like, you earn those opportunities. Like, why doesn't a Ben Peller get that opportunity?
This is such a good question. What did
You know?
Foley have that?
Is he just because they see him killing himself, and so that's that? Ben Pillar's not killing himself enough?
I have no idea.
You know,
I
why
guess
does they...
the promos? I don't know. But then, like, the early Mankind promos weren't good.
Mick would tell you all of his promos from day one were just absolutely...
It was just spooky garbage for the first 6 months, until he started incorporating the real life stuff. Yeah, I don't know what his worth is. I guess that he's a slightly large man, so he matches up to the Giants.
What's the difference between Bryan Danielson and Brian Kendrick? Do you know what I mean?
Not
is it
much.
personality? Like, why did Brian get every opportunity, and then Brian Kendrick? Is it just is Brian that is he better? I think he's better, but maybe Brian Kendrick has it in him. He just hasn't had a chance to shine. I don't know. Brian Danielson often says there's no difference between me and Nigel McGuinness other than a neck issue. If he hadn't had that, he would be where I am.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's shining him on.
He's shining
in that
Nigel.
case.
Well, you would love right now. They are building to Nigel and Danielson, I think, at Wembley. Because Nigel just will not stop burying him on commentary any chance he gets. It's one of the few good things going on in AEW is Nigel McGuinness burying Danielson on commentary.
I don't care for the British on commentary.
What about Lord Alfred Hayes?
No, he was the worst. You were only getting that on those fucking compilation tapes.
What about, I'm trying to think of anybody else. Has William Regal ever been on commentary? Yes, in NXT.
Yeah.
You ever listen to any of that?
He's not a compelling speaker, period.
That Dean Ambrose has got quite the uppercut.
We've heard your
All those
Regal.
Dynamites being weird.
Yeah, Regal. That Dean Ambrose, I hope he meets me back at home.
It was a lot of, come along now, boy.
Yes, dear boy. Pull those pants off for me.
No.
That's right. They're there. I'm trying to think, is there any British commentators? I would have loved to hear the British Bulldog commentate something.
Oh, jeez. So I think I would have saw Foley at that independent show. Post
Yes, you
this
did. You got
next
pictures.
WCW run. It was 95. I don't really remember being a huge fan, although I do remember the Lost in Cleveland shit.
Yeah.
I just wanted to feel what the ring felt like because it was in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was 10. I'm like, what is, how do they fake it? I was so curious, like what the turnbuckles felt like. So I just paid the $5 for that and then got a Polaroid with Cactus. I didn't take a bump. I'm not that ballsy.
You didn't run around and like slam your head into a turnbuckle, hit the ropes, take a flat back.
First.
I'm not bold enough to do that, but yeah.
So did he say anything? Was he like, hey,
no, he didn't.
Women?
We did talk to some guys. Now, the Warlord was there, and we asked him where his mask was, and he said someone stole it. Okay. So he didn't have the mask.
Someone stole it. He couldn't think of a better thing than I guess stolen is pretty good if you want to keep kayfabe.
What do you think happened?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of what you would tell a child who you want to believe is true. Would you be
an indie
like,
booker took it for not showing up.
I misplaced it. And like, that's a bad answer. It's in my suit. Stole it is better.
Demolition Axe was a dick. He wouldn't talk to us. Even though he was standing outside the locker room by the curtain, he wouldn't talk to us.
God damn it.
And then the guy who pulled me out of the crowd spoke to me after the show. Maybe he was grooming me, and I was just too dumb to fall for it.
God. Did you?
He had
No,
a
you
pro.
didn't-
He had a pro America gimmick, and I remember he told us that he even gets USA chance in Australia.
Sure. Did you do was it Blade in Brent's book? Did you do Blade and you looked at one wrestler and you went, "That was shit."
I wasn't
Fucking-
making smart comments at the time.
So did Mick say anything to you while taking the picture?
No, but I'll ask the friend in that picture if he has any memories of it, but I doubt it. I'm
Mick
sure there
does
was a
like-
line. We were just getting fucking, in and out
Come
of there.
over here next to the mixer. You will. Hey, little
I had my cool
Peckers
Blackhawks
there.
shirt on, though.
Go Blackhawks.
That Blackhawks shirt, yeah.
It was Chelios and Ronick, Bill 4 teams.
Oh, yeah. Ronick.
I was probably what would be the Quebecers that I was always playing in NHL 94, 95. Is this the year you're talking about?
The Quebecers.
Yeah, no.
The Nordiques.
The Nordiques. Well, maybe it's maybe I'm thinking 96. Now they're the Colorado Avalanche. My
That's
God, I'm
Nordique,
out.
yeah.
Now I'm so out of the loop.
Are there a Quebecers hockey team?
I thought NHL 50. I typed in 56. That's not true. 96. Not putting in 6. I've lost the button for 6. That's
You
not.
lost the button for 6.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Okay.
Jesus.
Who are the teams? Can I see the teams?
There's no Quebecers in the NHL.
I made that up?
Yes, I'm a hockey player, man. I know this.
Wait, hold on. Hockey team Quebecers. Maybe in the game they called them the Quebecers and not the Nordiques. Oh, the Canadians. That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Okay.
Now it came up. I typed in hockey team Quebecers. The Montreal Canadiens. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh, you're a hockey. Okay. So do you remember when the guy in the Bruins bladed the one guy in the head?
Jesus.
Yeah. Marty McSorley, right? On Donald Brashear. Yep. Yeah. I
Now-
think that's bullshit. I think
What?
Brashear was taking a bump and knocked himself out. Because listen, I've hit guys in the head full steam with my stick. It doesn't hurt that much. And it was just like a little love tap that he gave him. And he fucking falls back and takes a back bump.
As a Bruins fan at the time.
And he was a goon too.
And then if you look at Brashear, he looks like a liar.
He's a goon. Yeah.
Now, are you familiar with... Sorry, this is going to turn into Bruins talk real quick. Oh, I'm trying to remember names. I'm so bad with names. Oh, who's the guy I like?
Cam Neely.
No.
Ray
Oh,
Borg.
Brad Marchand.
Okay, that's a little getting towards the end of my time watching.
Yes, no. He's his guy that he is infamous for. He gets in a guy's face and then he gives him a little lick.
Well,
And
that's funny. See, I invented that.
Oh, you invented that? Well, guess what?
Listen, I didn't. Okay, I played hockey since I was 5. I didn't grow when all my other friends grew. Okay, so my physical talent was limited. I would start to say gay sexual things to the other players. I just had to get the mental advantage.
I'm gonna send you the Brad Marchand licking kissing compilation.
I may have seen it,
Okay, well,
but I
this guy,
appreciate
he's
it.
a little. I don't want to speak ill of his looks and say he's a little rat, but he is that a guy. He knows exactly who he is and what he can do to rile people up, and he's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Are we good?
Paul Correa was my guy.
Who's Paul Correa? Oh, okay. Hold on. Paul Correa. And
He was a
typing it in-
gentleman.
I'm typing it in Light the Country,
No, it's
and
with
it's
a
coming
Y.
up. It's thing. No, you're wrong.
Played for the
74.
Ducks,
Yeah, played for the Ducks.
and he was a gentlemanly player. He didn't get many penalty minutes.
Yeah, I always gravitated towards players that were pieces of shit. But not in baseball. In baseball, I was always like
Big Bobby
Kevin
Hunt.
Youkilis, Dustin Pedroia. They're playing the game like they're dog. Yeah. And I didn't like players that played like pieces of shit. But hockey, yeah, give me the pieces of shit. I think it's because with hockey you can hook a leg or so. You can be a little bit. You can be a little goofy.
Yeah. I served a 5-game suspension in high school.
For what?
Jesus.
Spitting.
Oh, spitting.
Yeah.
Well, that's not sports.
I don't know what got into me. I don't get much. I don't know. Sports does it to me though. I turned something different.
You're competitive.
It was a JV game too, so it's not even like it was important.
Now, did you offer up the defense that you were spitting mad?
I said I was just yelling at him. Like the principal called me to the office Monday morning to talk. I denied. I knew how to lie.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Did you guys win?
No, we lost. That's why I was so heartbroken.
Okay.
I was all gassed up because of that. And yeah.
Yeah, you're up by like 7. And you're still just.
Yeah. No.
Let's send. Should we call anybody out before we go off? Let's end with a bang. Should we? Bury
I don't
anybody?
understand why Sudi was on this conservative talk show.
I don't know. Promoting Ramblers? Do you have to?
What is that?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to think of why he was on there.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Invite Sudi's mom here. I want to basically working at the moment. Anyone watching the Dome Show live? Oh yeah, is anybody watching Wrestle Kingdom? I'm gonna try, but I'll be shy if I'm able to stay awake. Gus gets them. I've got a Dome Show. I'm not even gonna address the other one. That's it. That's it. The guys you invited, Larry, into the Discord are quiet. Even
Did
Pete was
people
like,
come?
Pete. Yep, Pete showed up.
No, I'm saying, did anyone else?
Brian
Who?
Blake.
Oh,
Brian
he hasn't
Blake.
been in before?
I feel like he has.
Yeah. He's a super
And I
fan,
think-
so he's not going to fit in.
Every time they come in, they kind of look around and they're like, "What?" And then he's still in there. I think he's just not. I don't want any, but see, that's the thing. If anybody loiters, I end up kicking them.
Okay.
They need to participate. You can't just be like, I
I'm
don't know.
surprised Chim was so negative on you.
I don't know what happened with Jim. I think
You have
he shared
actual
some,
children.
well, I think he shared a picture, and I was like, "What's with the setup?" You know, he was like, "This is a cool picture," and I was like, "I don't understand the setup here. Why is your toilet so close?" Or something like. I had questions, and he didn't like the question. This is off memory.
Wow.
I could be wrong. Or yeah, I think he also posted maybe a picture of him and some friends, and I was like, "What's going on with this? Who's this? This doesn't make sense. Why are you dressed like this?"
Okay.
And I mean, I think we all support each other as workers, but then new people kind of go through maybe it is high school.
and then T. John put a little shout out saying
John?
he's a longtime contributor, I think.
Is he the guy that Sims loved?
Because when I posted the thing, he said a club so small, Vince Sr. sent Bruno there as punishment.
Well, it's called exclusivity, my man. It's called,
Well, I guess you do see the member count when I post the link, so.
yeah. Why would you want a bunch of people? Then you're not a club, you're an organization. I mean, Should we invite T. John? He can't afford the regular one, right?
No, that's not him.
I feel like I like that at least all of our members can function. I felt like T. John once wasn't he the one that was like, I only can pay for this once in a while, and then I hop in and then I hop out.
Oh,
Who was that?
I don't know. I miss Mean Gene. He was a good guy. I liked his show recaps.
He left. Look, a lot of these people leave on their own. And all I said, I think, when Mean Gene is I said, mean dweeb or something like that, or mean dweeb.
I forgot about his.
Yeah, he would say Serena dweeb, and then one time I said mean dweeb, and he left. That's how I remember it.
What a
Wasn't
snowflake.
much.
Okay.
Look, we're open. Look,
I'm the kind of guy who always wants to bury the hatchet.
And I'm the kind of guy who will hold on to something for years and years. And I'll see you later and be like, remember that time you said that thing? And sometimes I get that too. And look, I'll fess up to it. I did say mean dweeb, or dweeb mean gene, whatever it was. I'm all for more people. Look, is there an email to this thing? Do we have an email for this thing?
No, not yet. We'll work on it.
More people want to be added to the Discord and then blocked or kicked out by me. I'm all for it. I can't wait to just fucking. I mean, we have a good set. I feel like we have a good set.
Mm-hmm.
We do the calling every now and then where I say, either in or you're out. Who's in here?
Yeah.
The one guy, was it Dr. Lariat? Is Poop Man Page now?
Okay, yeah.
He's doing okay.
Yeah.
He's picking his spots. You know? Frank's, let me just go through everybody right now. Frank's great. Colin's great. Wendy's fine. Steve's fine. Steve is... No comments on Steve. I like Steve. Conrad Buck. Conrad yuck. Pete yuck. Larry great. Sudi pass. Fuzzy hat. Oh, not around anymore. In there on a technicality. Young Trevor pass. And my own brother pass. Is Gus? Where's Gus in it? Oh, it's Gus. Gus is there. Yeah, Gus is great. Man, I'd say that now that I'm looking at it, the average is off. We got some heavy hitters, and then we got some real duds.
You're real down on certain people.
I like contribution. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we have any fixes for that as a club? Well, I mean, how do we fix this?
If I could infiltrate... no, that wouldn't be good.
Do we invite Nate in? Invite Nate in. I'd say that the club needs more Yonkers talk. Yonkers.
Make a women folder. I guess
there
we got
it is. The Danger Zone. Have them go nuts on there. Post Yonkers of the day.
I'm going 90s. All week.
Is that Gus? You know anybody that can come in here?
No.
Invite. Maybe your dad. Does he know how to work Discord and talk about the George Foreman?
No, we are not.
I have a story. My father wants some edibles.
Okay.
He's never done drugs in his life. Never drank. He's 67, and he asked my mom to get him a joint from somebody at work. And I said, you don't have to smoke it. And I told him, you could eat them.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Give the man an edible, I guess. I mean,
it's going to rock his world. I feel like a parent.
He's going to He's going to call you up and have a conversation that he's been meaning to have with you for a long time.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You know, I always thought that wildfire thing was going to work out. I should have helped with that. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to be. Does he have a recliner? Is he just going to be like?
He's a recliner guy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna.
He's got some records.
Yeah, or like a good movie that he's always liked.
He's a John Prine guy.
Do you want to walk him through it? And
No,
take
okay,
and,
but see,
and
that's
don't
the other
get high
half of
with
the.
him.
No, that's the other half of the controversy.
Success.
That's the other half of this is that I can't admit I do what I do.
You can't admit what you do?
No, because of my drug problem.
Oh.
Right. I don't know. I could probably make them understand it, but I'd rather not.
You don't want to have the conversation of like, well, there's sober, and then there's like sober.
But they've heard me say the opposite for 6 years.
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Yes.
Well, then get them while they're drinking coffee and be like, not sober. See? What a slippery slope we are.
I know.
I think you do it. I think you go, hey, oh no, he'll feel bad if he's like, I'm breaking your sobriety if we do this together. Yeah. Next day you'll be calling. Yeah. That's tough.
You'll be stealing the gutters off the house again.
Oh man. Maybe if you talk to him, after if he's, I don't know, if he calls you, maybe if you're like, this is so wild because I know for a fact that my dad would never, ever in a million, like he would just not, he's just not. I've taught just how I live my life and he's been like, no, like he doesn't doesn't want to hear about it, doesn't want to know. Man, Gus, you never gotten high with your dad?
No.
Do you think he's ever going to call you up and go, Gus, what are we talking about? 20 milligrams? Or like, guide me here. What are we doing? We getting body high here? I made some firecrackers. I don't know what's next.
Oh, I would be able to do that for my own man.
Yeah, I mean, if they reached out, yeah, I would. I'm not going to proactively put myself out there.
You're not going to bring over the firecrackers.
But if they were to reach out to me, I'm not going to play down my knowledge, I suppose.
I'm on this firecracker thing, and I'm picturing Larry and his dad both taking a bite of the peanut butter crack together, simultaneously. Am I wrong on the fire? Am I the only one that makes or used to make firecrackers?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You take. Okay, you take a cracker.
This already sounds problematic.
Clearly before gluten-free, and then you take peanut butter with the oil in the peanut butter, and you put the weed in the peanut butter. You wrap it in foil, and you bake it, thus cooking the weed right into the peanut butter, and then you take the baked cracker and peanut butter and you eat it, and it's like I'm really poor at
Okay.
You take some grindings or whatever, you take whatever you can get, depending on how much you want. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like reminiscing on firecracker, which,
not a goo ball?
Knowing my brain, I might be like, is that even what they're called, or did I just make that up in my mind? And then, I just pictured you and your dad each having like one meeting, the lady in the trap, be like, together we're doing this. See, I'm optimistic. I'm a good guy. I think that you guys are like holding hands on the recliners, and you're just watching like, what's his favorite movie?
Antique Roadshow.
You're watching Antique Roadshow, and he's like, wow, stuff is so... Have you ever thought about how old stuff is?
So my dad has this things where like every 6 to 10 weeks he'll send me a Blu-ray of a movie that he feels like I just need to watch. The last two were The Great Outdoors and Bridge on the River Kwai.
Okay.
Those are dad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all right. I thought you were going to say like Lady Ballers.
No, it's kind of sweet. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it could be. He could be sending you some of that Daily Wire stuff for sure. Being like, have you seen John Voight's latest entry and stuff like that? But these are like solid. Richard Require. Yeah, it's good.
All right,
Okay.
I gotta go.
I tried to drag it up to 3. All right, bye.
14 to a racketeer named Bill. She made secret calls to the monkey man from a mansion on the hill. It was out on Thunder Road, Tweeter at the wheel. They crashed into paradise, they could hear them tires squeal. The undercover cop pulled up and said, everyone is a liar. If you don't surrender now, it's gonna go down to the wire. And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. An ambulance rolled up, a straight trooper close behind. Tweeter took his gun away and messed up his mind. The undercover cop was left tied up to a tree near the souvenir stand by the old abandoned factory. Next day the undercover cop was a hot in pursuit. He was taking the whole thing personal, he didn't care about the loot. Janet told him many times it was you to me who taught that Jersey anything's legal as long as you don't get caught. And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. So blazed by Rahway Prison, they ran out of gas. The undercover cop had cornered him, said, "Oh, you didn't think that this could last." Jan jumped up out of bed, said, "There's someplace I gotta go." She took a gun out of the drawer and said, "It's best if you don't know." The undercover cop was found face down in a field. The monkey man was on the river bridge using Tweeter as a shield. Jan said to the monkey man, "I'm not fooled by Tweeter's curl. I knew him long before he ever became a Jersey girl." And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. Now the town of Jersey City